Humidor shop talk. Humidor shop talk. Get ready. Humidor shop talk. Get ready. Humidor shop talk. Sports. Humidor shop talk. Cigars. Humidor shop talk. Get ready. Humidor shop talk. Get ready. Humidor shop talk.
Yo, what's up? What's up? This is your boys, the SmokeFellas. We are back at you on this Saturday morning, man. I'm Mr. SmokeFella. I got my crew up here. All the way to my far left, we got Lucky Lefty. We got the Angry Man, and we got KDL 33. We got a special guest today. Eduardo Lemon's very own Mr. Keith Washington. No, I mean Keith. My bad. my bad. Say what's up to the people, man.
Hello, thank you. I'm glad y'all invited me, man. I appreciate this. I'm gonna try to hold up the esteemed honor that y'all have already.
Hey, check it out. My man Keith is an avid Michigan football fan, and he's also a Kansas Jayhawk basketball fan. We're not gonna hold them against them at all.
You shouldn't because great is great. Greatness is greatness.
Pull a torch.
I'm sorry.
All right, man. So we're gonna get this show rolling, man. Man, y'all quiet today, man.
Man, he got me over here. Come on, go. Right, let's go. He got me over here listening to this, man. Got me all off my square.
First of all, I know you ain't been with us in a while. You've been on the railroad track. That sexy voice, you're gonna stop that today, man. Let's get into it and talk. What's up, KDL?
What's happening? What's happening? How y'all doing? Let's get it.
Speaking of sexy over here.
That's what you're trying to tell you. Pull your mic, bro.
All right, man. So as y'all know, we lost legendary NBA figure in Willis Reed. You know, man, that was one of New York's greatest, man. He passed away just the other day, man. He won the title in 1970, 1973, and I mean the biggest memory is him running out the tunnel because he had like torn some ligaments in his thigh.
Yep.
And he came running out for Game 7 against the Lakers.
Pretty much played on
Been
one
around,
leg, man.
been around a long time, boy. Been in champs a long time, but carry on.
But they lost.
They did.
That year.
I mean, just put it out there. Like
That year.
They lost.
Been a championship since the 70s, though. But carry on.
What's your thoughts, man, losing a great like this? Because he was not only a big figure in basketball on the court and off the court.
Oh, definitely, man. Just tough loss. Only 80 years old, actually. So, man, when you think about it, I didn't know him to be sick or anything, but just the memory of him coming out the tunnel, you know, pretty much playing on one leg and leading his team to a championship. And, of course, he was a lefty. So, but I can't call him a cousin because he's a little older, so I'm calling him Unc. So for us, he hung for us lefties. But Willis Reed, man, like I said, man, I think but that's going to always be in everyone's mind, memory back to him limping out that tunnel, man. It was, you know.
You scared?
Was what it is. It was probably one of the greatest moments in basketball history, if you really look back. I mean, to go out there on one leg and play against the Lakers at the time was one of the dynasties. They were still running things back then. Was that
Jerry West now.
That was that team, right?
Jerry West now.
Yeah, that was the Jerry West team.
70
The logo.
The logo,
Baby.
He won in 7 in finals. But anyway, hey, look, I don't know what to say about Willis Reed because I hate the Knicks. And I wasn't watching them back in the 70s. So I could care less about Willis Reed.
He a Grambling State alum, though.
So what?
He wasn't even born when it happened.
I was born in 73 when the last one they won the Knicks, and they won since. So they ain't won in 50 years. So I could care less about the Knicks.
Angry man is angry man.
I care less about the Knicks or Willis Reed. So I have no opinion on it. Well, I don't.
So you ain't got nothing to
I
say.
never met the man. I don't know. I mean,
So you don't care when people die?
What you want me to say? You want me to say something positive? I have nothing positive to say about Willis Reed.
That's just foul, bro.
I mean, what you want me to say?
Yeah, right. I mean, he just angry for no damn
That says
reason.
a whole damn lot,
I
man.
mean, you just like
Keith, where your show gonna go? Just start off angry.
Absolutely.
with him. With him,
I have no
yeah,
idea.
Did he eat breakfast this morning? Pancakes?
It don't matter.
he didn't get his little resident cinnamon oatmeal, so he upset.
Cinnamon oatmeal. Absolutely.
I will agree with Sly about what they call you here.
Yeah.
I think the moment, I ain't gonna say it was overrated, but it was kind of really blown out. It ain't like he came back out the tunnel and dropped 30.
He only had like 5 points.
Yeah, exactly. So,
What happened was
he couldn't defend.
He couldn't
so
he hit his first two
it was
jumpers.
brave.
It was
Yeah.
motivation.
Yeah.
It was
Man.
motivation, but it was kind of overrated.
And it was the last time the Knicks won
Yeah.
anything. He hit his first couple jumpers. The man on one leg. I respect our elders, especially in the NBA game. I respect them. It wasn't my time, but I respect them. You know, you respect all your elders.
Saw the game. We just saw the clips.
Yeah.
Man, stop,
Yeah.
man. He had 5 points. He was trash.
He was trash?
Man.
But he
God,
was a defender.
He was trash?
Trash,
He
man.
was a defender.
I mean, he was good when
You could say he was trash in that game, man. Don't call the man trash, dog.
He was trash.
He was on one leg.
He had a hell of a career though.
Okay.
But I don't like the Knicks. So why are we still carrying on with this, man?
Well, even
We were trying to give
even
respect
after
to somebody
his
that
career, man,
died,
He's one of the
dog.
NBA ambassadors, man.
Yeah.
You know, he's one of the guys
Yeah.
that the younger players looked up to. And
I was actually Will Chamberlain, but that's neither here nor there.
no, Willis Reed too. He played a big part.
20,000 women, but anyway.
Come on, man. Slide.
Okay, let's get on.
Slide, you just terrible this morning, man. You head coach. Have a sip, man. Get yourself together.
That's what he don't need.
All right, man. We going on in March Madness right now.
All right, here we go.
Man.
Kansas, baby.
Okay. The one Cinderella team that is still hanging around, Florida Atlantic University, dog. They doing their thing. I mean, dude. I mean, I played. Kev, you played. Damani, you played. Back fella, you didn't play. Keith, you played. So we gonna talk back.
Why is it every show, man? You just disrespect me.
I mean, you went to San
You went to
School.
Sullivan.
You played the drums.
And so was we.
You played the drums. While all of us was
I did, and the trombone. Don't forget that.
the fans have spoken. The kazoo. But Cinderella teams, man, it's always a team in March Madness that kind of shocked the world. It's been Florida Atlantic. We thought it was going to be Princeton, but last night they got crushed. I want to talk about an instant classic. Michigan State versus Kansas State the other day. They're going to overtime, 93-98. I mean, Kansas State got a story with the young player that passed out when he was at Miami, right?
Florida. Is that Florida?
He was at Florida. Yeah, he passed out. They didn't want him to continue to play because he wanted to. They was gonna give him the $5 million insurance clause and just pay him out, no play. He didn't accept it.
They gave him the Chris Bosh.
Yeah, he worked on his body and stuff, transferred to Kansas State. Now look at him.
He the one had 19 assists, right?
That was a point guard.
No, that wasn't a
Okay.
point guard.
Okay.
I think the biggest story of these tournaments is the fact like all the big dogs are gone. All the big dogs are gone. The Dukes, Kentucky's,
Kansas.
Keith, I know North Carolina didn't make the tournament, but yeah, I get that. Kansas,
Yeah.
like all the big teams are gone. I think it's for me personally, I think it could be correlated with the portal. It's like it's balancing out. I mean, if you think about in college basketball this year, it was no dominant team. It was no UNLV. You know, it was no team like that. It was no standout. So even though it's shocking that all the ones are gone, it's kind of not. You know what I mean? Like it wasn't a strong one in there. Even though I thought Bama would go far, and I know most of y'all brackets is busted up. That's why I ain't even do one this
That's
year.
facts.
But
Everybody
That's
back
facts.
in the
yeah,
trash.
and you know, so I think just the opportunity though, just watching like these smaller schools or these schools you don't get to see on TV all the time, seeing them get they shine.
These guys able
Right
to play.
now, man, it's good. It's great for the game. It's what I love about college basketball,
Purdue-
especially over college football.
Purdue was the most embarrassing, though. I mean, they just pathetic.
Not for
The
me.
whole-
I
the whole
called it.
Big Ten,
I said
too.
Purdue would be the first one out. I said that.
They
I
wasn't a
said that.
strong one though.
Yeah, Purdue was
They wasn't a
embarrassing.
strong one.
Well,
You know,
if y'all remember
Kentucky,
back a couple shows back, I said Purdue would be the first one out. I don't know if y'all remember that.
Big Ten always does.
I said the first number 1 seed out.
You know, we always got Michigan State be our lone savior. You know, they almost pulled it out the other day, but I mean, it's just terrible. You know,
The Big Ten goes in a tournament as usually Michigan goes. Because if you look back the last 7 years, Michigan didn't reach the Final Four 3 or 4 times. They haven't won it, but they usually carry the weight of the Big Ten.
they do before they hired the guy from CVS. But anyway,
Now that's my
He's
friend.
a local kid though.
That's my
Local
friend.
kids.
Now you
big-
stop that.
The-
That's
the-
my friend.
The problem with the Big Ten is the Big Ten gets the most teams in every year, and they're the first ones out. It's a track record, and like you said, Michigan State usually saves the day because they go further, but it's the Big Ten. It's what they do.
But what about the Big 12 though? Let's talk about them.
Well, that's Kansas, but now you finna lose. You about to lose, but you about to lose
Before we
Texas.
go there, I kind of want to play off something you said, Lefty. I got a question, Keith. I'll come to you first. Name, likeness, image, likeness, transfer photo. Is that the reason that we have so much parity now? Because everybody is not going to UNC, Kansas, Duke, and all of that.
Mhm.
Now the playing field is pretty much even right
Yeah.
now. And then you got kids that are what? 5th-year players. We talked
Yeah.
about that last year.
Look,
We're
talking
gonna
about
get,
Baycock.
we really gonna get into that in a minute.
How old is he? Like 36?
As we move on.
No, but that's.
Baycock 36?
Hold on, let me touch on that.
Hold on.
That's
I want Keith to answer
I-
this one first.
I hear you, and that's a valid question, but I don't think it's the NIL money, all that. I just think
Everybody getting paid now.
Yeah, that's true.
Not everybody.
But the Blue Bloods are getting those kids. Last year when Kansas won it, the point guard came from Arizona and helped them win the championship. The hat that's over there in front of Kevin.
But that's what Bill Self did, that illegal stuff.
Just point that out.
Bill Self was doing stuff illegal under the table.
but it's
But we're
illegal
not gonna
stuff
talk about
everywhere
that.
though. It's
Okay,
illegal
but
stuff everywhere.
that's what everybody does.
But
UNC invented that.
but you know something though?
Rashard McCants brought that
what
out
I
of
think? You know
Carolina.
my personal opinion, NIL did. Everybody could get back good fast. Because look at UConn. I mean, UConn was terrible, man, a couple years ago. Look at them now.
Longer than that.
I mean-
they spent the last 10 years being garbage.
I mean, they was terrible.
Firing
No,
coaches
they
and
had
all that.
Kevin when that was Kevin Ollie that was coaching.
It was
They
garbage
was
too.
doing-
That's why they got rid of
That's
it.
right.
No, Kevin Ollie
But look, but I'm
Kevin
saying,
Ollie
look
had a
how-
nice squad.
He had a
Kevin Ollie
nice
had a
run.
nice. He had a nice
But
squad.
I'm saying,
They played him in
man,
fire.
because of that, you can recover fast, man. You
Okay.
recover
Well,
back fast.
if y'all look at these teams now, yes, the portal has helped. No different than football. The portal has helped. But look at these teams that's these Cinderellas, the FAUs or whatever. A lot of these are seniors. And they are 4th and 5th year seniors on here playing
Remind
against
me.
Kentucky was a bunch of freshmen outside of Big Boy, right?
Mhm.
That's what's pushing the tournament along. When you win in the tournament, man, you have to have good guard play. Probably got to have a big man, but not really. You have to have good guard play, and you have to have experience. A lot of these teams that's losing are freshmen. They're
Mhm.
good, but Bama was freshmen.
Well,
Bama was freshmen,
Purdue was large freshman.
right? And they had Eden,
Yeah.
which is why I told y'all Purdue was going to be the first one out.
But look at Texas. They fired a coach, even though they shouldn't have. And I look at them now.
Right.
You know, they're gonna probably, to me, they the ones that's
I think they're going to get there.
You know, but
they're gonna
Beard,
get there.
his team, it's hard. I know it's hard for him to watch his team make it as far as he did. He got fired.
Well, Drew Timmy is about 85.
He is.
Man, I swear Drew Timmy been at Gonzaga.
Yeah.
now.
I was watching the
Six-
game. Technically,
six,
this is his
7
4th
years,
year,
right?
and he
Been there a
has a
long time.
5th year with COVID. He can technically come back
Right,
next
he
year.
can
if
come
he
back.
wants.
But Gonzaga's that program every year. You
They
know,
well
they gon-
coached.
They gonna be
They
they
well
gonna
coached.
But they can't win.
But and here's
They
what
can get
tournament-
there. They just need
And
to.
here's what tournament's gonna always come down to. Even more than guard play and senior led, I get that. But that's where you really see coaches that can coach, because you playing teams you aren't used to, different styles of play, unorthodox. You got to be able to adjust on the fly. You know, like playing Princeton. A lot of teams not used to playing Princeton. You know, so when you get out there against them, you got to be able to.
You got to
You got to come in halftime like, hey, they doing this.
You got to be able to
Like
adjust
the
during the
X's and O's-
game.
The X and O's coaches always do well. Like Izzo does well in the tournament. You know, compared to you look at even like Kyler Perry, which I don't think he's a great X and O's guy. I think he's a recruiter. Right, he's a terrible X and O, right? And that's why he really he should have way more championships with the type of teams he's had. But he never gets it done because of that. You got to get in that tournament and be able to coach, man. So
He's a good recruiter, though.
He can recruit his ass off.
Just like that guy in Kansas. That's all they are is good recruiters, though.
I think UConn and Texas will be two of your Final Four this year, though. I think Texas is gonna get there.
But I'm pulling
And
for
then-
Florida Atlantic. I want the low seed to win.
No, I
want-
want Texas to
forget
win.
it.
I want
Let's
Texas.
get the- let's
You
get
know
the
why I
low
want
seed,
Texas to
man.
win?
I'm
Because
going
they ain't
I'm
gave
going
Perry
with
this
Kansas
job
State.
yet, and
Kansas
clearly
State,
he's not the interim
That
anymore.
story, I mean, you can't beat that story, man.
Yeah, that's what I'm
K-State, all right. K-State, all right.
Come on, man.
K-State, all right.
Hey, on the side note, man, I want to say what's up to everybody that's tuned in online. You know, Getty, House, Armando, Mr. Scotty. Thanks y'all for tuning in. But I also want to give it up for the crowd that's here, man. Give it up for y'all, man. You know, we got people out in Keith, hey, Keith is always gonna Keith.
The rules still apply.
Right, all rules apply. So you're gonna keep. Now, something that really surprised me as I was looking, you know, through social media, Detroit Mercy's guard, Antoine Davis, you know, he almost broke the NCAA scoring record.
Pete Maravich.
Short by three points.
Yeah.
Now, this dude has been on social media because he's been upset because he didn't get invited. His team didn't get invited to the NIT or the CBI. It's like your team was 14-19, bro. This is your fifth year. You had 5 years to beat this record.
Can I imitate?
And Pete did it in three without the 3-point shot. Yeah, I know you. Me and you talked about.
Without the 3-point
I want
shot,
to imitate
Maravich
Angry
was a
Man.
scoring machine.
So go ahead.
Look, man. I swear to God, I want to bring out my inner angry man on this. Real talk, bro. You had 5 years to break a record that Pete Maravich broke in 3. Your team was 14-19. You weren't even NIT eligible, let alone CBI eligible, whatever the hell tournament that is. So you want them to, okay. They want you want them to put you in the CBI so you can score 4 points. And then y'all can go 14-20. Come on, man. What we talking about, man? Shut up.
Man.
You should never put this on social media, man. You should never ever.
You know what, man? I mean, you got to look at what you're doing, bro. You've got 5 years. Pete broke it in 3. Pete's got it in 3 years, bro. It takes you 5 years and your team trash. You should be low key, shut up, and quiet.
And if you walk in right now, would nobody know who you are?
Right, like matter of fact, what teams are you playing, bro? I don't even know what team they play.
They're on the horizon.
I really think this falls under the category of who cares. Let's move on.
You want to get to the CBI to score 4 points?
Cares about
Really?
who cares?
Well, you know, it just kind of pissed me off, man. That he is
Right,
just constantly just
Detroit Mercy.
He's chirping,
Where the
man.
hell is
They're
that?
chirping.
Detroit Mercy.
I
Like,
guess it's close to the hospital then. I don't know.
yeah.
Bring attention to me.
Bruh, don't nobody even know you.
Right.
Like I said, you walk in right now.
Certain Hall of Famer that we all know.
Wow. Next up.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Next caller. Yeah, next caller.
Hey Tim, how you doing?
Dude, I know you were talking about the greatest Hall
I'm
of
just saying.
quarterback of all time.
Across America.
I'm just saying. Another one that kind of pissed me off was Harris State University. Their head coach is getting suspended for a playoff game next season because they won the Division II championship in football, and players lit up in the locker room with cigars. Now I took real cigars.
Now, this is a story.
Come on.
Because you don't find
Joe Burrow?
for smoking
don't-
cigars.
Like Joe
Wait
Burrow?
a minute. Wait a minute. That should have been my angry. Wait a minute. They suspended the coach for the team smoking cigars?
For the team. 2 players lit up cigars, man. And
A college
in the
did this?
locker room because they was in Texas playing at this huge high school arena, and it's a smoke-free zone.
Oh, well then, yeah, he should.
But Joe Burrow lit up.
But he went at that school.
I'm just saying.
LSU.
Ain't nobody say nothing.
And
to
Joe Burrow make about 20 million a year. So
Oh, he was at LSU at the time.
Well, I mean, I guess. I mean,
Right.
if it's a school
Say
and
LSU
that's
at the
their
time.
policy, then you got to.
But you're gonna suspend the guy for a playoff game next year.
Not
a regular season game.
Right, why don't he get suspended
Now
the
that's
first game?
bogus.
If you're gonna do that, then you're
Right.
suspending the first game of the regular season. He take the hit for his kids. So you're gonna wait all the way to the playoffs.
To the playoffs.
But that's Texas though.
But I'm just saying.
That's Texas. Texas, some wild stuff going on.
That's wild, man. That's wild.
That's Texas. That's
I
Texas.
took offense when the leaf was brought into it.
Yeah.
That's very Texas.
So, my man, Angry Man, wanted to go into boxing in this, and I know you all who follow us know we go in the box like we do in the cigar lounges. We bring up a topic, we argue, we talk some shit, we just get it in.
Let's get it on, baby.
So, my man, this is courtesy of Angry Man, and it's called Loyalty or Chips. And when I say that, I'm talking about Dame Lillard
I knew y'all.
and Bradley Beal.
I knew y'all.
Right? Now, Sly has an issue with that because over the years, everybody has come down on
Can I say it?
Go right ahead.
Let me say it.
Go ahead.
Let me host this
I'm
one.
in the box.
Go ahead.
Okay, my biggest thing is you got Dame and you got my man. What's my man for watching? Bradley Beal.
Bradley Beal.
Right? Hey man, they two of the best players in the league, right? They've been loyal because ever since LeBron came, it's all about disloyal when you move from team to team. Because I know somebody named William that told me the same thing, but I ain't saying no names. Okay,
The man
when you leave, you know, when LeBron leave, everybody got a problem with it because he went from a team to team. But Bradley Beal and my man, guess what they gonna do, Dame? When Dame retire, Bradley Beal, they gonna say, man, that guy in Portland was so good. What's his name? I think his name was Dame. What's his name to get the money?
Fam.
Right.
They're gonna say Fam.
They're gonna say Fam. Yeah, Fam was
Fam.
good. You know, and that's the thing that bothers me. You know, y'all, because LeBron has came in the league, it's all about, well, you got to stay with the same team to be relevant. Y'all scaring these guys from jumping to going to a team. Dame is dying over there in Portland. But he's so scared of because what all you Michael Jordan fans has done to him, okay, he's scared to leave. And he's going to be trash.
That just went up.
He's going to, when he retire, you ain't going to remember who he is, or Bradley Beal. But go ahead, Ben.
I mean, man.
This ain't got nothing to do with Mike.
I mean,
I'll jump in. I'll jump in. 'Cause actually, so me and Slash had this conversation. A couple weeks ago. It was, and now that Dame then came out with this whole ring chasing this messed up NBA thing,
right,
and all that.
He's so trash.
Which what he should have did was just be quiet at the time. So let's go back. Remember, you know, in the 80s and 90s, cats were signing 10-year deals. They couldn't move around. They didn't have options to move around. Everybody always say what they would have done or what they would have, could have, should have. But if the option isn't available, you can't say what you would have done. What players are doing now, whether we like it or not, they're forcing GMs, like, look, we're not just playing for y'all and making y'all money. We want rings. Like, what category you want to be? You want to be in with the Barkleys and Malones? Or you want to be in the conversations with Shaq and the Kobe's and the, you know, LeBron's cats counting rings?
You don't want to say MJ name, do you?
Oh, yeah, well, you know. MJ,
Yeah, I'm just saying.
I'm gonna take the other side of
MJ
this.
set
Go
a
ahead.
standard. It is what it is. But you had Magic, Bill Russell. I'm just saying you want to be in the ring count category. But me and Slot discussed was, are they using that as an excuse to just hide from the moment? Because ain't no pressure in Portland. Ain't no pressure in Washington. You just sit back, collect your $30-40 million a year.
That's a strong allegation.
Get your points.
That's a strong allegation.
And
It's
fly
true.
on. I'm just saying.
It's true, man.
Keep
not true.
Keep shaking his head.
It's not true.
I agree with everything you said when you say there's no pressure. Whenever you step onto the court, field, or whatever, that's pressure. You're trying to do your best. So you can't say ain't no pressure in Portland. I don't care where Dame playing at. He trying to drop 40 on everybody he playing against, whether he in Portland, he playing with the Lakers or whatever. So you can't. That's the only thing I disagree with.
Right.
So ain't no pressure there. That's it. That's all I'm saying.
Okay, but the other side of that, so look at what happened to Westbrook, right? When he was OKC, getting his triple doubles, wasn't no expectation, wasn't no championships. Everybody loved him. Then when he started getting into them pressure situations and those teams where the spotlight was constantly on him, he got exposed. Now everybody started looking at it a little different. His game even changed. So to me, for me, it's you could sit back and on a team not expected to do nothing, not expected to make the playoffs, not expected to be in contention, get your money, get your points, do your thing, and relax. Or you can go to the pressure situation.
The money they cater.
They
cater to Mike's people. They cater to Mike's people, bro. That's their whole thing.
Kev got a
They
different
cater
aspect.
to Mike's people.
Just saying.
Mike got to do it. I ain't saying nothing. I ain't mentioned Mike.
First of all, this has nothing to do. First off, hold on. First off, this has nothing to do with Michael Jordan. Number one. Number two, this has nothing to do with Michael Jordan. I think that's ridiculous. Number two, you got to look at the player. I personally, I would want to win as much as Dame Lillard has done, and I ain't gonna say Bradley Beal because he ain't on the same level as Dame Lillard. That's number one. Number two, if I'm Dame Lillard, everything I've given to Portland, it's time for me to win. Y'all ain't gonna put nothing around me. Hell, ain't nobody coming to Portland. So I want to win. I want y'all to get me out of here. I'm not gonna do it publicly. Get me out of here. Me and my agent behind closed doors. Get me
so why hasn't he done it? That's the question. Why hasn't he done it?
That's on him. That's on him.
But I didn't.
And I hold on, though.
But my
I
topic
wouldn't.
What y'all, you getting off
hold on.
topic.
No, I'm not.
You are.
I'm gonna say it right now. I don't think he's scared of no pressure. Like
Let
Dame
the money bring that
Lillard.
up.
Dame Lillard can thrive in L.A., Boston, New York, Chicago. It ain't a pressure thing. I don't think that.
My point is,
He's loyal. He's loyal to Portland for whatever his reason is.
Really?
He's loyal to Portland. I personally would want to go win, but he wants to stay in Portland. So I can't then say he's scared of pressure because he hasn't left. Hell, he's loyal. Somebody had to pry Kevin Garnett out of Minnesota, correct?
And Kevin
because
Garnett
he was
said
going to stay.
publicly himself. He wished he wouldn't have stayed as long.
Exactly. Once he got out, Dame will say the same thing once he gets out. But right now, he's in the moment. Somebody had to come snatch Garnett out.
Kevin.
Just like right now, somebody has to come snatch Dame out of
Kevin.
He's loyal. It is what it is. I'm
My
not
whole
gonna say he's
point.
scared of pressure.
My whole point of this
I don't
topic
think
is Dame is talking all that is because what he's done is he want to be different than LeBron. He want to be different. He want to be different than all
loyal.
those guys that left. Okay, Ben get on my boy. Ben get on my boy all the time for leaving OKC to go play with the Warriors. Now he over there in Phoenix, don't you? You write him, even though you write him all the time. It's because the problem is Dame don't want to be like LeBron because guess what? Being like LeBron, going from team to team, the public now has made it look bad. That's my point.
The only,
it looks bad.
The only,
but LeBron has always left.
The only
LeBron
thing
never got
about,
traded. He always
I give you
left
about
as a
LeBron,
free agent.
I was just about to say that.
He
The only
always
thing
left as
I
a
give
free
you about
agent.
LeBron, he never left during season. He never demanded out. He waited till his contract was up and he bounced.
But see, the
I'll
problem
give you
is,
that about LeBron.
but this only started when LeBron started playing. Nobody cared before if you went to a team.
It wasn't
Nobody
about
cared
leaving.
if you went 2 or 3 people went on the team.
It wasn't about
started
leaving.
then.
It wasn't
When he
about
went to
leaving. The
It was the
perception
way-
was
it was the way
LeBron
that
put a
it
team
happened.
together.
You had a whole day for LeBron where he sat in front of the microphone and announced he was leaving.
When he was like 20?
Come on, man.
You
That's
talking about like 22?
That's what started.
He made it a
the
public
bad look.
spectacle.
You're talking about he was 22 when he went to say
And they
something
view
last year.
LeBron.
He was a kid.
He can leave if he wants, just like Durant can leave if he wants. What they put on
Kevin Durant got
LeBron,
traded this
what
time.
they put on LeBron is
Which he demanded.
you
Which he demanded.
formed
Right.
a super
He
team.
demanded a trade.
The only thing I got against Durant is we just lost to these guys in a 7-game series where we was up 3-1. We go on vacation. We say, man, we're going to get them next year, y'all. We there. We just got to stay together. Let's work on our games, whatever. We all go on vacation, and 2 weeks later, we watching you sign with the very team we supposed to come back and beat. That's what messed Durant up. That's what has people looking at Durant like, dude, really? Of all the teams to go to, you go to them?
But let's
Hold on,
get back
Hold
to the
on.
whole.
Hold on, Lel. Hey, for everybody that's out there online, hey, please give StreamYard access so I can see your name pop up because right now you're showing Facebook user. Go right ahead.
So, but getting back to the Dame thing, like where the topic started. I don't want to get into the LeBron Durant thing, all that, but to me, for Dame to come out and make the statement he made is almost like planting the seed of excuses.
Mhm.
I'm not gonna win a ring, so I'm gonna put it out there now, and
I don't think
I'm gonna blame the culture
I don't think so.
on the reason why I'm not gonna win a ring.
You can win a ring if you leave.
It is. The fact is, the man 32 years old, right? Dame about 32 is his prime. He's coming to an end. He's not gonna demand out. They're gonna keep signing him as long as his jerseys keep selling and people come see him play.
Yeah.
And so he went out and made that comment, which took a shot at a lot of other people, the Durants and people like that. But it was also an excuse for him to never win a ring because
I don't think it's an excuse. It's not an excuse.
Well, I'm gonna say
It's not Dame's fault. It was the organization's fault for not putting players around him. It ain't Dame's fault.
It was a shot at the front office because remember we
it's a shot at the front office.
The front office got to put some
And
players.
it's shot at
How
the
do
players
you
in the
keep
win.
re-signing?
Well, now
He's loyal. He wants to stay.
Ain't that much loyalty to the damn word,
Bro, he wants to stay. Every time he signs a contract, it's for $200 million.
That's what it's all about now. It's all about loyalty.
Hold on.
Looks good.
Every time he signs a contract, it's for $200 million.
What's up, Face?
And that's not saying he can't get money anywhere else. We know that.
Loyalty
But
looks
me
good,
personally, I've given everything I got to this organization. I want to go win a ring, man. I'm not gonna win it here because hell, ain't nobody coming to Portland. So I want to leave.
Don't nobody go on the
he
old
doesn't.
name.
Somebody will take Damian Lillard right now. You know that, and I know that.
I think what y'all not doing is looking at the human element side of it.
And what is that?
You're human. If you
Allegedly,
no, I'm just saying,
supposed to.
If you living in a city and you love that city, your kids love the school. You don't want to uproot your kids. You don't want to be away from your family. If you get traded before the deadline and have to be in another city, you don't want to do that move. You love where you at, and you love your environment. You love your neighbors. You love your house. So jumping around.
Have you been? You've been to Portland?
No, I have not.
It's
And
nothing
I
to
never
like.
go to Portland either.
It's nothing to like in Portland,
Bruh. But we gotta.
But for some people,
Nike headquarters
Portland is
is
good.
there.
Portland is a great
Nike
big
headquarters
city.
is there.
We gotta-
It ain't the big city where they shooting and
We gotta look at it,
killing and all
man.
that. He probably like that.
I-
Look at Karl Malone. He loved Utah. He wasn't trying to go nowhere. So some people want to be there. And they not like horrible. They're not the worst team in the West every year.
Utah
pretty much
Utah
so.
allowed
I'm just
Karl
saying
Malone to
that.
mess with little girls, so that's why he didn't leave.
Whoa.
We gonna go there with it.
Whoa.
We gonna go there with it.
Hey, whoa.
We gonna go there with it. Huh?
Hey, whoa.
His name is Ben.
Whoa.
We gonna go there with it.
Whoa.
Get the mic back to you.
Get away from that stuff. Get away from that.
The views expressed on this show.
As my man Tim Smith would say, where's the lie?
Well, no, but this is why I disagree with Keith. This is why I call bullshit. Most cats don't live in the city they play in.
He got 100 million, 200 million.
Most cats do not live in the cities they play in.
They ain't from Oakland, man.
I get it. I get it. And he can go play
what's wrong with
somewhere where he can win and bring his ass back to Portland. And
Maybe he just don't want to
That's
leave,
what he
man.
wanna
Like we
do.
can't. Like look. I personally wouldn't do it.
Exactly. The man
I don't
32
know.
years
Yo,
old.
that's what I want to know because everybody got a problem with it. So tell me.
Well,
answer that question for me, Will.
I say this.
I need y'all to answer that question.
Maybe he
for
just
me.
don't want to do it. Dominique Wilkins. When did Dominique Wilkins leave Atlanta?
My boy
When he was
played-
old.
When he was old.
46, and he went to Boston, right? 46. Okay.
Remember that?
But I'm saying he left Atlanta when he was 46.
So House-
Now couldn't he go somewhere and get a ring? He
So
stayed in Atlanta for.
House asked the question of how do you know he's gonna go somewhere and win a ring? And that's a great question.
That's true.
It doesn't mean you're gonna get a
That's
ring,
true.
but at least to be in that pressure situation when like it's different when you're on a team that's expected to win. Like you could in football, right? You football player, you can go play for a sorry football organization like the Houston Texans and just get your yards, get your thing. But go play for the 49ers or the Chiefs. It's a whole different ball game. Like the expectations.
Do Dame look like he's scared of pressure?
Why hasn't he left Portland?
He don't want to leave.
Okay, I get it.
What the hell y'all mad at him for, man?
It's got to be more behind it.
Dude,
this dude is too
he don't
good.
want to leave.
This dude
It's
is
simple.
too good. He's too good.
Why
He's
did-
too good to stay in that situation.
He don't want to leave, bro.
Doing in an era where you can move around. It's
Come on.
not 1980 where you stuck in a place for 10 years.
We said the same thing about Kevin Durant until his boys. Watch this. We said the same thing.
So
We said the same thing about
If
Kevin
he likes
Durant
his
until they
environment,
snatched him out of there.
If he likes the environment, he should shut up about ring chasing. Don't come out and make comments and set the basis for excuses for
Okay.
yourself.
He tired of y'all putting labels on him.
Then he should shut his mouth
With
about
Dame-
people
Why?
ring chasing.
When Dame,
Well, y'all should shut your
He
mouth.
should shut his mouth.
Hold on.
hey,
Come on.
we are in the shop.
Come to me.
This is how we do it
Come
in
to
the
me.
shop.
Get out.
Come to me.
In the box, baby.
Come to me.
In
Come
the
to me.
box. Yeah. Go ahead.
If Dame should shut his mouth about ring chasing, then the fans should shut their mouth about what he's doing. It can't be a one-way street. So if
Hell,
he's
you
supposed
can't
to shut
put
up,
the fans on the same level as
bro,
an NBA player.
if he's supposed to shut up about making comments about ring chasing, then we should shut up about his choice on where the hell he want to play.
So the media
That's the
fans should
same
shut up
damn
on
thing.
NBA
but that's, hey,
That's all I'm saying.
Kevin, that's fine.
The hell y'all
But
gonna
I
tell
want
him
you
to shut up?
But I want you
you
to
gonna
keep
tell
that.
him what to do.
But I want you to keep that copacetic for every player. Then, if that's the way you
Okay,
feel,
cool. They work both ways too. No doubt. No doubt.
Let's do it.
It's not bringing up every other player when you talking about certain situations.
Dame sick of y'all telling him what he should do. So Dame mouthing off like, man, this a ring chasing culture. What about everything I've done in Portland? Everything right? That's all he's saying. I don't blame him. I think he's gonna leave. I think he's gonna end up leaving too late.
You won't remember Dame.
He's gonna do it, but it's gonna be too late.
You won't remember Dame when he retire until he get ready to get inducted into we let everybody in the Hall of Fame NBA. You won't remember him until then.
Now we won't remember.
He shouldn't be.
How we ain't gonna remember him, bro?
Because you're not.
Why?
Because you're not.
But
he ain't got a ring.
You know what? That's a true statement because you
Until
won't
you just
remember
bring
him
him up.
on a higher tier level. He's gonna be just a mid-tier
I remember
player
Reggie from
at the end of his
TNT.
career.
So Reggie Miller, Patrick Ewing, Barkley, those type guys.
I remember Patrick Ewing. The guy just got fired
You
from
remember
Georgia.
Barkley, Reggie Miller because they on TV right now. Because these young folks,
So if they wasn't on TV, we wouldn't remember.
You wouldn't.
the young people that come behind.
Y'all lucky we
I
can't
remember
curse.
Patrick Ewing getting fired from Georgetown.
Y'all lucky we can't curse.
That's the only way I remember Pat. That's
Come
it.
on, man. Get the hell out of here.
Patrick
So
Ewing
you don't
from
remember
Louisville.
because they ain't got a ring.
I remember Karl Malone.
Why?
I don't remember Karl Malone lying.
A lot of those guys, including the Barkleys, as much as we love them on TNT and the commercials.
He bet on TNT.
He's a funny guy and all that.
He is.
What about his playing career? You remember that?
Wait a minute. When you start,
You remember that?
when you ask people to name their top 5 power forwards, is Barkley in there?
Yes.
People forget how bad of a boy he was.
Yes.
Barkley was a bad boy.
Yeah, my top 5.
Exactly. You see what I mean? No, maybe yours. But ask
people
don't talk about Barkley's playing career.
He number 2 for me.
A lot of people don't talk about Barkley's playing career.
I don't know
Barkley
why.
was a bad boy.
Yes, he was.
Not over Tim Duncan.
Not over
you
Tim
need to
Duncan.
stop. You need to stop. You quit.
We understand you Michigan.
Not over
and all.
He's got to be high.
We understand you Michigan and all. Come on, man. Kevin McHale invented the spin move.
No, I wasn't asking.
Chris Webber was a bad boy.
I wasn't asking who was the
But the
top
greatest of
5.
all time.
What I'm mentioning
Come
is
on,
when
Keith.
because the fact that Barkley don't have a ring. What's the first thing Shaq bring up when they argue?
Every
You
time.
can't talk about this.
You can't talk about
You can't
this.
talk about this.
No
And
ring.
And Barkley, you know what Barkley say? I'm cool with that.
And
Check my
that's fine.
stats.
But once again,
But that's bring it full circle. That's what Dame's saying. It ain't all about rings, bro. Y'all labeling me as rings.
you can't change. He
I'm a
can't
bad
change that
boy.
narrative.
That what
He
Dame's
can't
saying.
change that narrative.
Now it's not
He
about
changed it
rings.
to make an excuse for
Now it's
himself.
not about rings.
So you're not a great
Well, what are
player
we
unless
doing?
you get a ring. Is that correct?
No, it's not true.
According to media,
Oh,
because that's what the standard's been
Oh,
saying about
Kevin,
championship.
can you be the best player without 6?
Why is Tom Brady the go-to quarterback?
That's what I wanna know.
Why is Tom Brady the greatest quarterback of all time?
You got
That's definitely not true.
Hold on.
That's definitely not true.
Hold on.
We're not
Hey,
gonna do that.
Why is Tom Brady?
we throwing the flag.
The
We throwing the flag.
Threw
on
him
that
out.
play.
they threw him out.
Why do we consider Tom Brady the greatest quarterback of all time?
I don't.
I'm asking. 7 rings. That's why.
No.
Well, if that's the case, Robert Horry is the
know-
greatest basketball player of all time in our era.
No. Not that.
Well, he got 7 rings though.
You know,
we're not talking about that now.
You know, as a quarterback. Hold on, y'all know as a quarterback.
I agree.
You know, as a quarterback, who we don't
I
talk
agree.
about. Dan Marino was a bad boy. No one ever
He
talks
was.
about him in that conversation.
He was.
Because he don't have rings. Dan Marino was one of the coldest quarterbacks ever.
Dan Marino always comes up in top 5 quarterbacks.
when
Yes, he
nobody
does.
else could do it.
Well, to me, the
It was
best
about him.
quarterback went to Notre Dame, so I don't know. Joe
Montana.
4-0 in Super Bowls. He didn't get blown out in his Super Bowl chances. He won them all.
Are we talking about that?
So
I was
talking to what I was.
no, I was using the comparison of they Brady 7 rings.
Well, see,
is
we
why
got on the
consider
ring talk.
Brady one of the greatest ever, right? It's 7 rings, but
They matter, but not to everybody, man.
no,
Like,
he's not the GOAT.
I'm
They-
saying they
it
call him the
matters.
GOAT because of that.
No, he's
but not to
the
everybody, man. Maybe Dame
The
just
GOAT
don't
plays
feel that
Notre
way,
Dame.
man. It is what it is. But like I said, but like I said, Kevin Garnett
didn't
got
change.
saved.
Allegedly.
Got saved by Kevin McHale in Minnesota and Danny Ainge in Boston. Them his guys, Celtic ties. They grabbed Garnett. We don't know if Garnett would have stayed. He was loyal to Minnesota. He got snatched out of there by 2 Celtic friends, McHale, Ainge. Let's get him out of there. Convinced him, bro, it's time. You got to go. Yes, after he left, man, I should have did this way long ago. Okay, Dame needs that. Somebody needs to snatch him out of Portland, but he don't want to do it. He don't have a connection to my general manager. Maybe Chauncey can have that.
We just had 12 people. I almost said motherfucker. 12 people that demanded trades.
I almost cursed earlier, actually. Okay, but go ahead.
But that demanded trades. So in today's era, you can demand out.
He doesn't.
You don't have to wait.
He doesn't want to do that.
Then
y'all mad at the man.
I'm not saying make a bad person. Then stop talking about. Then don't mention ring chasing.
Well, stop putting him on the ring clout. Then stop saying he ain't all this, and we ain't gonna talk. We ain't gonna talk about him no more because he ain't gonna win the ring. Stop doing that. Maybe he wanted to speak out on that. What the hell wrong with that?
Social media, people get up in their feelings when the fans are and they clap back, and then it turns into a shit show. It does. And this is what this has turned into because you over there telling the man to sit down and
told the man to shut up.
Don't talk about ring chasing.
Why not? Why he can't talk about ring chasing, but you can talk about him leaving and going to get a ring? I just don't understand.
I can talk about him not wanting the pressure. He can talk about ring chasing.
Man, you know that man ain't scared of no pressure. Dame Lillard ain't scared of no pressure.
I'm done.
Bradley Beal might be.
He living good,
but Dame Lillard ain't.
He living good in Portland.
No,
ain't nothing in Portland but mountain lions.
Bradley Beal might be.
And ain't nothing in Portland. He loves money and rank.
Well, they ain't married too.
And you know what? You got to put that aspect in there about the money. You getting a bag.
He can get a bag.
But I'm just saying,
every time he signed a contract, it's $200 million.
Don't give me that.
That bag.
Every time he signed a contract, it's $200 million, bro.
Everybody get a bag now. Come on, stop. You telling me if Dame leave Portland, he ain't gonna get a bag?
Of course he will.
It depends on the team, and if they got the cap space to give them that bag.
It ain't about money.
It's
no more.
Portland has it. It's not
Portland
NFL.
got it.
But it ain't about money no more. Dame already got it. The man done got $200 million contract. It ain't about money no more.
Nobody else around on the pay. So he should have it.
Those are facts.
Damn, you'll forget Dame until he get ready to get inducted. Once he retires, who cares?
Or his rap career.
Right, that's trash.
Well, come on, man.
He cool. He just won't go back up against Shaq no more.
No. Shaq lit him up.
Allen Iverson is one of my favorites. Be cool over that house.
He ain't got no ring.
It's okay.
And a horrible rap career.
But Dame better than AI as far as rap. But he ain't got no ring though. You still consider him a good player? Great player? Of course we do. Come on, man, move on.
Y'all drive me to drink.
Well,
not you, Sly. You don't drink.
Well, let me start with Dominique, Dame, Melo,
and Bradley Beal.
Come on, man.
Right.
Come on, man.
He ain't in that
Y'all gotta
category.
stop that. Hey, this has been a session of In the Box with the SmokeFellas here on Humidor Sports and Cigars, man. This is how we do it in the cigar shop, man. Listen, we gonna go to break. But right now, I want to let you guys know if anybody want to give me their cards and roll out. We out here at Eduardo Lemon's with our man Keith. What's the address, man?
3721 Sauk Trail.
37.
That Keith.
Sauk Trail.
Hey,
Richton Park.
The real Keith.
Illinois.
This time of the day.
So we about to take a break, and we'll be right back with y'all, man, to talk some more sports and buffoonery. Let's go.
No, I don't know though. I'm scared. I mean, you're so you know that you're in my lane? No, not at all. Are you not paying attention? Are you texting? I was just checking in with my mom. I was telling her that I thought we'd be home by 6. It's okay. There's enough time. Just pay attention. I'm not even halfway through my text. There's no way. I'm not even going to look up. My babies are in the car. You have to pay attention. It's just supposed to be a quick text. I'm so sorry.
All right, we back with y'all, man. We back out here at Eduardo Lemon Cigar Shop, man. The SmokeFellas are live with Humidor Sports and Cigars, man. We doing doing it today live, up close, personal, and raw. Let's get into the NFL, man.
Whoa, be cool.
Hey.
Live, up close, personal, and raw.
Hey,
You way wild.
Here we go, man. Y'all always going left. Always.
Dirt bag came out.
Let's talk NFL, man. So, man, people been flying all over. We got our Bears. Our Bears and signed like 57 people.
All from Tennessee. They done signed like 10 Tennessee players.
So, Lefty, kick it off, man. Let's go.
I mean, you look at the signings that the polls has done so far. Pretty impressive. Like this whole roster needs to be overhauled. They need to change, like bring a lot of players in. I like the guys they brought in. I think they fit the system. They're guys that are going to take this team to the next level. But what I really loved about in free agency is what Poles didn't do. And I think a lot of people take that for granted. And sometimes as a smart GM, you got to stick with your plan and what you're willing to pay and what you're not willing to, like go all out. What he's done, he got more assets for the future with the number one, with the pick, the trade with the Panthers for the number one pick, because that pick next year, low key, should be a top pick. The Panthers are not going to be good next year, so he got that number one. So he's setting himself up for future. I think when you're able to project out like that, that shows signs of a smart executive, right? So with that alone, picking up DJ Moore, in that trade was definitely top notch because he could have waited. Some argue that he may have pulled the trigger too early, but I don't see what other deal that where you could have got another number one, a top receiver, and a second round pick for the following year.
Right.
Like I don't see who could have did better.
Well, I think they're gonna pick up that Ohio State quarterback, which is great. The Panthers, yeah. So that's gonna be good, and the Bears gonna get Mr. Paris Johnson. So that's another Ohio State guy. So hey man,
the word is they're gonna trade down again.
No, they're gonna get Paris.
I thought they was going after the offensive tackle.
You either gonna get Paris or get Siraki from Northwestern.
So, Lefty, since you don't put a lot of the names out there, and your thoughts on there, will losing Montgomery hurt us?
No,
not at all. I'm not at all because I mean,
Who you replacing him with?
I mean, look.
Faster, quicker backs.
The NFL now. The NFL now is about running.
How's
back
he done at
25? Dante Foreman was a great pickup. Like you got
out of Seattle.
Great pickup.
Dante Foreman have played for 15 teams.
Pickup. It doesn't matter. It's about running back by committee. It ain't no more one running
and
back.
And don't forget, you still got the best of the two.
You drafted.
He just gonna start this.
You drafted Montgomery. He deserved to get paid. He was not going to hit you
get
over.
Paid. He got $8 million from Detroit.
From the
Foles
Bears.
Draft Montgomery.
Right. So I'm saying
no.
I'm saying the Bears organization. It was time for him to get paid. Pay the man.
Yeah.
It was time for Roquan to get paid. Y'all traded him.
Well,
bro, if you draft your players, pay your players.
You're absolutely correct. You
He wasn't gonna hit you over the head. Right. Y'all could have paid him. You're gonna go out and pay another running back.
You drafted your quarterback and you paid him $150 million and he fumbles the ball by himself. So I'm glad you did that.
But I'll say this though. I'll say this though.
Let's stay on something.
Okay. But real talk, y'all should have kept Montgomery because Montgomery fits the system. You drafted him, the Bears organization. You drafted him.
So
now it's time to pay him. You let him go to Detroit.
Good.
But then you bring in another dude and pay him the same that you were going to pay Montgomery.
No, they only paid Foreman $3 million.
Come on, man.
No, Montgomery got $6 million. They paid Foreman $3 million. The Foreman numbers were better.
The reason I asked the question is the dynamic of our run game last year was awful.
But who's
right?
But y'all had you had him and Herbert.
Is it
Herbert going to start, bro?
These two new guys, are they going to come in and be able to pick up on that?
Herbert going to
keep
start.
our run game the way it was.
Yes.
That's what I'm asking.
It's all about scheme, bro.
It's just a question. And I understand we don't have to have, the top running back and everything like that. I get that. But what I'm saying is it going to be as fluid as it was last year?
Yes,
no.
It will.
Well, because you got the quarterback, you got Herbert,
no, it won't.
And you got Foreman. Hey, man, the Bears run game gonna be back.
No.
Montgomery couldn't run away from nobody.
So now Montgomery was just trash.
Montgomery couldn't run away from nobody.
But he was that workhorse.
Because he didn't have an offensive line blocking for him, number one. So let's factor that in. Let's factor that in.
What are you talking about?
And another reason I ask is because these two running backs and Herbert are smaller than him. And he was that pound.
Foreman's about the same size.
He was that pound for pound.
Foreman's about the same size as Montgomery.
And getting them short yardages matter, man.
And Foreman's about the same
size. Detroit did what they usually let Williams and them go with.
So Montgomery. So in other words, Montgomery was just trash. We get rid of him.
It's just a question. I ain't saying that it's bad, and I ain't saying that it's good.
Jumping.
I think you probably need to wait till after the draft because you can get a good running back that we never heard of in the third round, fourth round, undrafted. It's every team in the NFL, not every team, but half of them got
Ezekiel got cut.
Running back. Well, that should be expected. Off the top boy. He went to Ohio State, so there's a reason they cut him. They got tired. They needed him to put on the full uniform, and he wouldn't. But that's a different subject.
Because I'm tired of him. That's all he doing.
Right.
And he ain't went nowhere.
He ain't doing that. He'll wind up playing over in Russia or something. But my point is,
don't even have a
after the draft, then you can decide they can get another running back in the third, fourth, fifth round, even an undrafted guy. It's full of.
I just think you pay your players you draft, man.
The running back position is the strongest position in the draft.
No, it was actually CJ Stroud who put on the show a clinic.
He did, and he will be a bust at Carolina, and that'll make the Bears draft pick next year even higher. So that should be good. We're praying for CJ to be garbage, Charlotte to be garbage, and the Bears get that pick. That's a good thing.
Well, you are making a little sense.
Right, I know. I don't say a lot of stuff that makes sense.
Marvin Harrison Jr. going to be the Bears pick next year.
Facts.
That boy's a beast, and I like him.
Marvin Harrison Jr. will be the Bears pick next year.
I would love to see him be a Bear. I would love to.
Now he will be one of the top.
He will be the Bears pick next year, so we got to count on it.
He's a bad boy. He's a bad boy. But you can get a running back in there.
Well, his daddy in Hall of Fame.
But I think so. When we talk about on this show a lot about running backs, and Kev always disagree. Because I'll tell him, don't pay him.
The money,
you dog out the running back.
The money don't like running back.
Dog him out.
No, I'm
you
not.
Dog out the running back.
He don't like running backs.
I'm not dogging him. I'm saying from a business side, it makes sense.
It's a personal thing with you, Damani, because
you
used to be a running back and you got hit.
You don't like running backs at all. You don't like running backs at all.
I ran my ass out.
Well, because you could throw.
No, but if y'all watch this show,
I was a one read.
The money do not like running backs whatsoever. Now, he was right on I'm going to give you this live. He was right on the Ezekiel thing. Should never paid him early.
Everybody knew that.
And they trading Derrick Henry.
Well, we not going.
No one pays running backs anymore.
But he's on the last year of his contract. So Tennessee, like, we finna get something for you. We're not gonna tag you. We finna get something for you.
First of all, Ezekiel Elliott, he got hurt. He got slow. Ezekiel can still be
he had an offensive line when he first came in, though. You got to remember that.
So let's not get carried away.
You are in.
I hope he go to the Raiders.
I
hope he do too.
The NFL is a salary cap league, so you have to be smart with how you pay out money, right? So if every team is using 2-3 running backs like combo, it's no longer the Walter Payton, Barry Sanders thing where one running back is carrying it 30 times a game.
Agreed.
Like you spreading it out. So why are you going to pay a running back $10, $11 million a year when he's sharing carries with somebody else? You spread that money out and you allocate that money towards more of a position need, right? You don't have to put it like we owe. I get it. We owe them. We get on this. Oh, he deserved it because he's the guy and this, that, and other. No,
I'm just saying.
No running back. Who has been Patrick Mahomes running backs the last 3-4 years?
So what you're saying is the NBA pay you. The NBA pay you for what you used to do. The NFL pay you for what you need to do now.
You damn right.
I think that's a bad comparison with Kansas City because Kansas City, they'll just have a running back simply because it's a running back slot. They don't give a damn about running.
They do well in the system. Every running back does well in Kansas City.
I'm going to tell you this. They drafted dude from LSU, Burrow's teammate. Hold on. Right. That's what y'all did with Montgomery. But that's neither here nor there. But watch this, though. They drafted.
They're telling you to stay out of Bears business.
Oh, I could care less about Bears business. I care less, but I just so happen to be on the panel. I'm just so happen to be on the panel, so I got to speak about it. I can really care less. But I think the Bears should have kept Montgomery. I really do.
Why?
But I will say this. I will because he deserved it.
Because of what?
But I will say this. But I will say this about
Kansas City. Locker room guy, man.
I'm a locker room dude. But Kansas City drafted dude from LSU, Burrow's teammate, the running back,
right?
Clyde, whatever the hell his name is, right? Okay. 1 year later, moved right off him. They went and got another running back in the draft,
and he's doing well.
And they won a Super Bowl,
and he's doing good, right?
So in the sixth round. So
and
I agree.
He's doing well.
Yeah,
like,
you don't invest all your money in a running back. I 100% agree.
Well, they got the best offensive
those days are
football,
over, and which is why it's going to be shocking because it's going to happen. But it's going to be shocking when Derrick Henry gets traded. Everybody going to look at Tennessee like, what the hell y'all doing?
He on the trade block. It ain't shocking. He's being traded.
Well, they trying to get something for him because this is last year of his contract. So they trying to get something for him. He need to go to Buffalo.
Running backs have a short career span because they take too many hits, right? So you don't break the bank. I said it when Zeke got signed.
Adrian Peterson's career was short.
Bad move. But Adrian Peterson was kind of on the back end of when the running backs were still carrying.
But AP was under that. What you talking about? He was under that.
He was on the back end of that.
He took a lot of carries.
Now I'm telling you, name me a team that outside of Tennessee who does that with the one running back thing and they just carry the whole load. Nobody does it anymore.
So rumors, because they going in on the comments over here as I'm reading them. How would you feel if the Bears got Derrick Henry?
No,
they're not gonna pay him.
Now, what you need Derrick Henry for?
For what?
Right. Now, why do you need Derrick Henry?
I mean, why does anybody need Derrick Henry?
So you got who you got? Herbert.
I'm just saying. Look at the stats that he brings.
What's the guy you just picked up? Running back the Bears just picked up.
Dante Foreman.
Yeah, Dante Foreman.
So now you're gonna bring Henry in.
No, it's no reason to bring Derrick Henry in, and I promise you, Tennessee they lucky if they get a 6th-round draft pick.
They're gonna get something for him though. They're gonna get something for him.
Lucky they get a 6th-round draft
pick.
pick.
Somebody's gonna take Derrick Henry. You know that, and I know that.
And we can bet a cigar on that.
Somebody is gonna take something.
Lucky you get a 6th round.
You don't get no first, second, or nothing like that. But you're gonna get something for Derrick Henry. Like, come on,
6th-rounder. They saying D-Hop, as cold as a receiver as he is, they're gonna be lucky to get a 5th or 6th round.
That's because D-Hop 32 years old.
That's because D-Hop on the other side of 30. But D-Hop on the other side of 30. That's different.
No.
Hey,
D-Hop too old, man.
This is Humidor Sports and Cigars.
D-Hop is on the other side of 30. That's why you only gonna get that for him. If he was 27,
check in.
D-Hop is on the other side of 30.
Right. I mean,
well, everybody on steroids. Let's just let's stop it.
He's on the other side of 30, dog. That's why you ain't gonna get nothing for him.
About a wide receiver
you got Eckler out there. There's a lot of people that they could bring in.
And what? So
Bears don't need Eckler.
why aren't the Chargers?
You got
paying
Herbert,
Eckler?
he young. Y'all, the Bears don't need no other.
Hold on, Kev. Why the Chargers not paying Eckler?
Because it's
you see what happened when the Rams paid Gurley, right?
But he got hurt, though.
But that was
he got
injury,
hurt.
dog. That was
he got
injury.
hurt, dog.
But what I'm saying is
He got hurt, bro.
You don't blow your
If he
cap
wouldn't have
on
got
running
injured,
backs.
if he wouldn't have got injured, he would have got the bag there.
Don't blow your cap
He didn't
on
get
running
hurt.
backs.
Okay, Damani.
If you have a good enough
They like
offensive
yours?
line, you can take an undrafted running back and put him back there, and he'll put in work. And it's a passing league.
Let me ask you this.
NFL's a passing league now. It's not a running league anymore.
You brought up Eckler. If the Chargers don't have Eckler, will they struggle?
No.
Why not?
No.
Because they got the two
Okay.
cold wide receivers. But anybody.
Okay, but who gonna run the ball? Who gonna run the ball?
You threw the alley-oop. You talking about this passing league. So why are they not paying Lamar? Now, if you all don't know,
Because he can't pass.
if you all don't know,
No, because he don't have a damn agent. That's why they're not paying Lamar.
now speaking of agent,
He hiring this boy.
speaking of agent,
Right, it's the
the
guarantee.
NFL sent
I don't think it's really the
every
guarantee money,
NFL team a
Really
notice saying not to talk to anybody outside of Lamar. You can't talk to nobody because he doesn't have an agent. So they sent out a notice because he got Ken Francis.
He hired his boy. Yeah,
Ken Francis to make some calls for him and Field.
his boy in Florida.
Right. So
Right,
he's not
certified.
right. There you go,
Right.
my man. He's not
So they
NFL
won't talk to him.
certified. So they had to send out a notice. Now, is this
Lamar and
they
his mother
really
nuts.
messing with Lamar?
No.
Or
No.
No,
The problem
Lamar is
is
going about it wrong,
the
man.
problem is, and with most contract negotiations is guaranteed money. He's not getting a fully guaranteed deal. The Deshaun Watson thing messed everything up. That's why owners were pissed when he got that deal. And I get it. Lamar feels like the market is set with Watson, but the NFL somehow all came together and said,
We're not doing that.
Not
Right.
gonna let this be the
Not doing it.
standard.
So,
This is
So
not.
what you
This is
think-
not gonna be
so
the
what
standard.
you
so
think
Lamar
Burrow
has
gonna
to
get?
understand that and get somebody
Well, it's
that
not
can
gonna be fully
negotiate
guaranteed.
for
But
him.
Burrow, most of his money gonna be fully guaranteed.
Most, but not the whole thing
And
is
Cincinnati
not.
don't even like paying nobody.
Right, but what I'm saying is when you want that, so Lamar Jackson is he's doing his negotiations based off Deshaun Watson's contract,
Right, and he shouldn't.
and that contract they're not
Anomaly.
rolling
So
with that.
so watch this. If he has somebody that was in NFL circles, maybe hire agents for this deal and fire him. Do what you got to do, bruh. They're not talking to you and your boy from Florida. He's not licensed. So you have nobody to go around and fish and like somebody said this on TV.
so Gandy's saying they're making an example out of him.
They are. But
No, because Roquan got his money. He ain't got no agent.
Roquan got his money because
folded.
he dealt. First of all, his position is different than quarterback. Number one.
That's true.
Roquan got his and went straight in like, okay, y'all gonna, this is what I want. Woo, Baltimore like, here, man, go ahead. A new player. Baltimore's fault is they should have been handled this. Ozzie should have handled this before he stepped out of the role he's in. Now he's in like an advisor role or whatever. And I think if Ozzie was there right now, Lamar would have had a deal.
It would have been done.
And if he had an agent,
No, it wouldn't.
he'd have been out of Baltimore by now.
No, it wouldn't.
You got to have somebody that's at the combine representing you because that's when half the deals go down. You should have somebody at the combine representing you, talking to, hey, man, what y'all feel about this?
At the combine,
My-
they should have been in
So-
the office. and
No,
got
but what
these
I'm saying
nailed
at the
in.
combine, you could be, your agent could be like, look, man, he don't really want a
So
full
what you all-
guarantee,
what you all are
but he
telling
wants the
me-
guarantee
what
here.
you all are
Like, you
sitting
got
here-
somebody talking to
What
owners.
you all are sitting here saying to me is that a young franchise quarterback got his one MVP,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
And done all this, took his team to the playoffs, done all this, is struggling to get a deal. He's a restricted free agent,
He's on that
right?
tag, technically.
which means other teams can offer him a deal. No one has offered him a deal.
Because they think Baltimore
Why
going
is
to
that?
match it. Because they think Baltimore is going to match it. So
Yeah.
they're not going to set the market.
I don't normally agree with
And
you,
it comes
but they
to-
know soon as a team says this is what we gonna give you, they just gonna come and match it.
And
So
it
they
don't
gonna do
matter
all,
if
they
you-
doing all the work.
Wait a
They
minute.
doing all the work.
And any negotiation, then throw it out there. Throw it out there and see if they'll match. If you're Atlanta
But
Falcons,
they said if a team matches
If
it,
you're-
it count against that team's cap right now. They don't want to do that.
no, not if they don't accept it.
For like 5 days, Sly.
But that's
It's
what I'm
something,
saying.
it's
That's
something
what
like
I'm saying.
5
So
days.
if you're the
Like,
Atlanta Falcons, you don't want Lamar Jackson?
No, they got Ritter.
Who?
I'd have kicked you up your boy. What the hell you just said?
Who?
They got Ritter. That's they quarterback. They drafted Ritter a couple
The thing
years ago.
is, the teams don't want to put an offer sheet out there because they know Baltimore is going to match it. That's the problem.
He just pissed you off by saying
But
that.
he ain't got nobody out there negotiating for
They
him
do got
and
Ritter.
whispering in ears.
I'm serious. They got Ritter. They got Ritter.
I'm gonna tell you what it is. Before you go, Keith, I'm gonna tell you what it is. He don't have agents out there, like I said, at the combine or somebody back channel, whatever, whispering, just trying to see, look, man, he don't really want to fully guarantee. But if y'all can guarantee this, stretch the deal out where he get his money. Like, he ain't got nobody whispering like that. They got to go through his boy from Florida. He didn't put mom to the back burner, and he put his boy in who ain't licensed. He has nobody to talk to. Nobody is talking for him, whispering like, look, man, can y'all do this instead of that? Like, make sure his money is like, he ain't got nobody doing that for him. So he's stuck.
No, what he doing is
He's stuck.
What he doing is playing on social media, sending these
Right, you
subliminal
get off social media,
comments
bro.
and all this stuff. Go sit down with the
Right,
with the
shut
owners
up.
and talk.
Well,
But if
first
he
of
had
all-
an agent, he wouldn't be on social
First
media.
of all, they disrespected him not giving him the other franchise tag. They gave him the 35.
I agree with that.
That was
done on
complete-
purpose.
I agree with
that
that.
was-
They
that
did
was-
that
I agree with
purpose.
that. But they did it on purpose
They did
so
it
he
on
could go
purpose.
out and
You
set
don't
his
get-
own
that
damn
ain't-
market.
that ain't
That's why they did it.
I don't think that's disrespectful. I think what y'all got to look at is this is all about
It's a
the
business.
owners. Like he said, it's a business. The owners are trying to reroute this. They don't want the quarterbacks in the future, like you mentioned about Jeff Burrow, stepping to them saying, I want all my money guaranteed. They don't want to be the NBA. They don't want to be any other league. They don't want to be the soccer league over there where Messier control everything. They want to get a grip back on it, just like baseball did. You know, they want to beat up the union. So the owners are colluding behind closed doors, just like y'all sitting here when they had their meetings, because they at the combine too. And they all in a room somewhere in a hotel suite saying, hey, and they pissed off at the Cleveland.
We're not doing
ownership.
this.
Cleveland ownership know that they don't care. They need a franchise.
Virginia not the
And the
issue.
Cleveland owner wasn't in the ring. He was out there by himself.
She had no wheelchair.
Come on, man.
She dribbling down her face. But they trying to reroute this, and they
Yeah,
trying
he
to get
said
this
it's
under
Virginia
control
there.
where it don't become a thing
Just
in the
wanna know.
future.
Yeah.
And that's all it's about. They know Lamar is the good. And then another thing y'all got to look at too, Baltimore. Is Baltimore really want to give somebody 4 or 5 years guaranteed? And you know, he a running quarterback in the last couple of years. He didn't finish the season because he's been hurt.
That hurt
And
him
this year he
too.
probably did
Week
do
14.
it intentionally because you know he
14 is an unlucky
But
number.
but
for him.
Baltimore,
yeah.
you put your entire organization, your entire offense around him. You really have no backup.
Well,
The
not
only
no
thing
more.
you
They
did,
just
the
fired
only
the
thing you did this
offensive
year,
coordinator.
the only thing you did this year, you brought in a new offensive coordinator. Everything is circled around this dude now. So if you lose him, what the hell is your backup?
Well, like
So
I said,
you put yourself in this Baltimore, which is the reason you should have handled this 2 years ago.
Is it Hundley
You
or
could have
did the
gave this
Bears give
dude
him?
his extension then, whether it was 2-3 years, whatever. He would have came back to the table, but you could have handled this. You wouldn't be in this position.
But Kev,
So I blame Baltimore as much as I blame Lamar.
I'm gonna franchise tag him like they did, and I'm gonna franchise tag him next year too. I'm gonna milk this all the way to the end, just like Washington did with Kirk Cousins.
What if he don't sign the franchise?
But I
tag?
told y'all last
Then he
week,
don't get
What if,
paid.
what if
Baltimore
okay.
does
What if he's
not want
willing to
to
do that?
repeat history because they gave.
I'm just saying. What if he's
gave,
willing to do that?
And that didn't work out. for them.
Flacco, they gave Flacco that whole bag. I know he won the
The
chip.
quarterback.
He won the chip. Who is this guy back here?
First of all, he won't be out the league.
You said who will be out the league in a couple years?
First of all, he won't be out the
Turncoat
league.
Joe
He will
spoke
not
up.
be out the league.
Oh, Milk Dud.
That's no.
I thought Joseph was
That's
the
ridiculous.
French.
But what I'm
That's
what I'm
ridiculous.
saying is they don't want to repeat
How you gonna be out the
history
league?
because after they signed Flacco to that big deal, they had to get rid of top players on their defense. The team started to deteriorate just like that. They do not want to repeat that same process.
And that was a bad
Lamar
deal.
and Flacco, and for
That
you
was
to
a bad
ever in
deal.
your life,
No, I'm not comparing them.
don't ever bring up
Man,
Flacco and Lamar
he
in the
won,
same
he
sentence.
won a Super
I'm
Bowl.
talking
Man,
about
you
on the
had to pay the
business-
man. He won a Super
Business
Bowl.
and financials.
He won a Super Bowl. You had to pay the man.
It ruined them.
He won. What was you gonna do? Let him walk? He was to say he was Super. He won the Super Bowl. You had to pay him.
Flacco
I'm
and
just saying,
Lamar
you had to
Jackson.
do it.
Financially,
You
it
crazy.
handicapped them for years.
This is today's NFL. Quarterbacks kill your cap, right? Russell
Agreed.
Wilson killed Seattle,
Agreed.
right?
He did not
But he's
kill
the
Seattle
damn
because
quarterback.
he
It
won
is
Super Bowl.
what it is, bruh.
Contract. They won the Super Bowls under his rookie deal, but when they had to pay him, they lost all. They lost. The
They had to
whole
get rid of the
reasonable-
defense.
No,
Right.
they did not.
Yes, they did.
No, they had to get rid of the defense.
No,
and
they had to get rid of people.
They had to get
lost the Legion of Boom
because
when they had to pay Russell.
Because when they had to pay Russell, before they had to pay Russell, all the defenses.
So what are the Eagles losing?
So they had to pay Wagner.
Because they about to pay Jalen Hurts, and all their guys are that were coming off contracts. The Eagles then lost what 7-8 starters
at least.
At least, right?
They kept a couple
because they have to pay Jalen. They gotta pay him, and he
has a female agent.
Which
a sister on top.
Yeah, real nice.
Which is why when you saying it's a salary cap league, you gotta allot money for your quarterback. You have to pay your quarterback. So it is what it is.
The Chiefs lost
because they stretched his money out. They you can do it. But look how they did it though. They stretched him out 10 years,
but they lost to
restructured him after 2. Y'all didn't know that.
Lefty, Tony Barber got a question for you.
Him.
Okay. Lefty, you got a question for you. Say if this is Patrick Mahomes and he didn't have an agent, would they be doing him the same way?
No.
In Kansas City?
No.
Probably not.
Because he can throw from the pocket.
Right.
But he Patrick Mahomes
you don't want to pay running quarterback.
Offensive
mind. You're not going to give a running
That's
quarterback a fully guaranteed deal. Let's look at last year. Jalen Hurts, Justin Fields, both quarterbacks rushed for more yards than the other quarterback, all that, right? What happened to both of them? Separated shoulders. Both were hurt. They both missed time.
Lamar got hurt in the pocket, though.
Yeah. Regardless.
I'm just saying. I'm just
running
saying.
Quarterbacks get hurt.
And he got hurt on an out of bounds hit.
He got hurt in the pocket.
But I'm saying running quarterbacks get hurt. So if you're gonna fully guarantee a contract to a quarterback, a running quarterback, then you got to give up a defensive end, a left tackle. You got to give up your lockdown corner because you can't afford to pay him. Your top receiver. How does that work? The organization's the shit, right?
But you need the quarterback. So what are we doing?
But if you're a general manager,
you need all that in football.
Now watch this.
You need all that in football.
So Brady's 10 Super Bowls was really about everybody else.
And when was Brady ever the top?
But Brady kept deferring.
In the NFL?
Brady kept deferring. Brady kept deferring though. Brady got his money on the back end. Yeah.
He understood. He took less money so that he could pay his other guys.
Well, Belichick kind of been taking less money.
It's like the same thing the Bears doing now.
I got a trivia for you. I get a Sports Zone shirt. How many top 10 defenses did Brady win Super Bowls with?
And out of the 7 he won?
Out of 7.
Out of 6. Out of 6.
What you got, Joe?
4. Somebody Google that and confirm. Because I don't trust Joe. But somebody
I don't trust Joe by looking at him, so I know he's wrong.
They always had great defense. Wait. Joe, are you counting this last Tampa championship too?
Well, clearly that was defense. Clearly that was defense.
You counting that in the 4?
The first three was that they had top 10 defense.
His first 2.
I'm gonna say the ones we won was
his top offense. He didn't win. He went 18-0. Right. He went 18 and 19-1.
Right. No. The point I'm making is you have to, like, football is an ultimate team sport, right? So you got to be able to pay guys. You got to be able to pay like your defenders, your DNs, like guys like that to stay. If you get a quarterback the whole bag, it kills your cap. You can't keep these guys. Somebody's gonna purge them.
But y'all going down the same route.
Listen to this comment from Gandy. Gandy says Lamar he's kind of stuck. Only the bad teams have enough to pay him. The good teams are too cash strapped paying their stars. For Lamar, it's either stay with Baltimore or go to a bad team and suck.
Well, the reason that comment is a little weird because
first of all, him saying
most bad teams don't got a good quarterback no way, so they
don't have a good roster.
Like most good teams got good quarterbacks, so they set. Why would they get rid of their good quarterback to pay Lamar?
I think the Baltimore relationship is ruined. I think if they at this point right now, I don't see how he can go back, to be honest with you.
Your defense.
Now, I'm talking about Baltimore. If he goes back to Baltimore, that has to be Finn's man, bro. Like the NFL just showed Lamar, bro. Y'all don't run. I don't know how he can go back.
The NFL just showed everybody this ain't the NBA. Y'all don't run this.
No, I agree with that.
We control this.
I agree with that.
You all don't run this.
And that's what they're doing. Yeah,
It's the shield.
you ain't got no.
The
The
shield,
shield is like the mob.
the shield just pulled the car.
You ain't got no argument with me over
But
that.
remember, Jerry
Y'all don't run
almost 80. The guy that owned Patriots, he's getting old. Them old, they weaning on out. So eventually the time's gonna turn. Time's gonna turn. Virginia on her last leg. It's coming.
NFL will never be like
coming.
NBA.
Coming.
But you,
Jerry, 80 years old.
Dark, ain't he?
real quick though. If Lamar pulls this off,
It's
Our
definitely
very own Misty
definitely-
Blue in the house.
but if Lamar pulls this off, let's say he gets the deal somewhere else, and they go so far they know Baltimore is not going to match it. He did this without an agent. The NFL don't
Lamar
want to
is
see that
not
either.
getting a fully guaranteed contract.
I'm not
It's
saying
not
fully.
gonna happen.
No, listen. I'm not saying
I
a
get
fully
what you're saying.
guaranteed
They don't want
contract.
this to happen,
But
though.
I'm saying if he pulls a
going to
deal
start
on
with
his
common
own
sense.
without an agent, and he's a quarterback,
If I was
the
Baltimore,
NFL don't want to look at that either because he pulled it off without an agent.
Kev, let me tell you
That's
what I
going
would
to
do.
set another precedent.
Kev, let me. Kev,
He
let
ain't
me.
a quarterback. I'm talking about a quarterback. This is big money. I ain't talking
Kev,
about Richard
can I-
Sherman
Kev.
breaking in houses ass. I'm talking about
That was his own
a
house.
quarterback. I'm talking about
That
a
was
not
quarterback.
doing nothing.
That was
I'm just saying.
parents.
I ain't never broken nobody's house, especially drunk. But what I'm saying is,
Dude, you
if
wrong for that,
if Lamar pulls
Sound
this
like
off,
me.
if Lamar pulls this off, quarterback money. I ain't talking about Richard Sherman and other people that Roquan and other positions. I'm talking about quarterback money that he pulls off without an agent.
This is
They gonna be
turned
like, what the hell we
into
need you for?
In the Box Part 2. Lefty.
I'm just saying,
Let's
bro.
go.
He'll set a bigger precedent that the NFL doesn't want,
Let
which
me-
is another
let me
reason
tell you what he not gonna
they're
say.
colluding.
Let me
That
tell
they
you
don't
what he
want
not-
this to happen.
Hold on, Kev. Let me
Say it.
tell you what he's not gonna say. Let me tell you not gonna say. What Baltimore did was smart.
Never said it what
What Baltimore did was smart. Now that he didn't went out
in
there,
a quarterback,
no one else offered him a deal, right? They
Yes.
offered him 130 guaranteed back in December,
which is disrespectful.
right? He gonna get 100 million guaranteed this time
Never,
because ain't nobody gave you nothing.
never,
Oh, yes, it will.
never.
Let me tell you something.
Never.
It's going to go down.
I said,
Never.
if it was me,
Never.
I said if it was me. Now, yeah, you ain't got a choice because ain't nobody offered you
He
nothing.
does have a choice.
No, ain't nobody. Ain't just no one offered you a
We
deal.
talked about it last week. If he sits out,
No
All you
one's
gotta-
offering him a
his
deal.
skills and stuff is going to diminish.
all he got to do is bite the bullet and hire an agent. That's all you got to do.
Even with an agent, his value is already
If you
set.
hire an agent, he can negotiate a deal.
You set your market is set when you're a free agent. His market is set. No
No.
one's offering him the deal.
No one's offering the deal because they think Baltimore is going to match it. They don't want to do the bidding for Baltimore. That's why
When
they
does
haven't
that
offered
ever
him a
happen?
deal.
When does that ever happen?
They have not offered
When
him a deal.
a franchise quarterback don't get a deal from other teams.
He
You
hasn't
do
got
know-
a deal.
Not quarterback.
You
First
do
of
know
all,
what is he,
he
25?
hasn't got a deal
It
from
don't
another.
matter. Nobody's giving him
He
a
can
deal.
still sit out this
No,
year.
hey,
He only 25.
Then sit his ass down.
Slide-
I sit down.
we talked about it last week on the show.
Him and
If
Deshaun Watson.
He not
were
getting
in
an
the
offer from a
massage
deal
parlor.
because he
They had a
can't.
good time.
He's not getting an
If a
offer because
quarterback
he can't.
sits out, his skills are going to diminish.
How?
Look at Deshaun.
Did he still get a deal?
Watson.
though? Did he still get a
He
deal?
got a deal.
Okay, so
Because
that's
they
all
had
Lamar
the
wants.
offensive line.
He wants the deal. He'll be better this year. Deshaun Watson will be better this year, and
Much
everybody
better.
knows
Of course,
that.
because he got
Everybody
he
knows
got
that.
a full training
He
camp.
started
Okay,
in
well, Lamar
11
just wants his
11
deal.
games.
Don't
Stop.
tripping on this. The skills.
The way he's
The boy,
going about
25
it.
years old. What
The
he's
way
done
he's going about it, bro.
is wrong. I agree with you.
Period.
He needs to bite the
Period.
bullet and hire an agent. Hire an agent. Tell him, man, you're gonna be my man's. And then when you get this deal,
He
fire.
already messed
Do what you got
up.
to do, bro.
It's not-
You're
it's
just
not
trying
an
to get this
agent.
deal, bro.
Kev,
It's
it's
hard to
already
put-
it's too. You
It's
can't
hard
pull
to
it
put
back.
the genie back
It's
in the
out
bottle.
there now. His value, his market value is out there now.
So
no
you saying
pulling it
they
back.
offered him 133 million? The only thing they gonna offer him now is 100 million, and
I
you think
disagree.
he gonna sign that?
What else you gonna do?
All right.
He's not signing. First of all, it's not gonna drop. Number one. Number two, he's not signing that. And then if you
I'll drop it
Baltimore,
if I want to.
if you Baltimore, what if he goes the route? I'm not signing that franchise tag. I ain't showing up. Now you do what you want, right?
And I don't
And
pay
he-
you.
and he- okay, well,
And I don't
whatever.
pay you.
Maybe he got a plan, bro. What if he goes
Sit
this
down.
route and goes the whole like he in it, like you said, can't go back. I'm
Now-
in it. I'm all the way in
I'm
it.
gonna throw this
I'm not
out here.
signing that.
We kind of gonna move forward. Is the Jets giving up too much for Aaron Rodgers?
What was they giving up? What was the deal?
Ain't gave up none yet.
But what I'm saying, they just got rid
They
of a
want
wide
first round
receiver.
He was
Yeah.
disgruntled. They wanted. He
You
wanted. He
just
wanted to
got
get
rid of one of their top wide receivers
because he
last
wanted to
year
get traded anyway. He was
for
disgruntled.
Aaron Rodgers, so
He
that
was
they can
disgruntled.
make make room for this cat.
He was disgruntled. They
Well,
wanted to get rid of him.
up the guy from Ohio.
They gave up more. They gave up more.
Okay, those
who was
give up the guy from
disgruntled
Ohio
anyway.
State. Yeah, you mean Gary Wilson is absolutely great.
Oh, Gary Wilson ain't going nowhere.
Oh yeah, he
but
great.
now you only got one.
Yeah.
And now you got what? Lazard? I mean, come on.
Yeah,
Hardiman
but
gonna be hurt
Gary
week
Wilson
2.
is all you need.
Hardiman gonna be hurt week 2. So
Gary
they don't.
Wilson will be there when not Brett Favre, when Aaron Rodgers, when Ron get there.
I know.
Hey, Ron.
The Packers want that first round pick. They don't want to give it up. And I don't blame the Jets. I'm not giving you.
I don't blame them either.
Pick. You can have these two,
Brett Favre ain't getting number 1.
second rounds that we just got. But so they had a stalemate. They had to stay and put this. It's just
Well, the Jets don't need Aaron Rodgers. The problem is the Packers got to give. The Packers got to bite because he can't come back there.
True that. But they just trying to screw.
I got to call
around.
BS.
Of course they are.
They
They
need.
just trying to stick.
They
it to
need
him.
a quarterback.
They can wait
need a
all the way up
quarterback.
to week 1. Right.
I agree with you, Keith.
I agree with
They're
you.
screwing him because technically, Brett, you ain't get a number 1 for Brett Favre. Yeah, you holding out for number 1 for
Right,
Aaron
the man
Rodgers.
already said he wanted
So that
to
means
go.
you screwing him
Brett Favre
because
was
you done
great,
screwed us
so-
the last couple of years. So we don't give a damn about the Jets.
Right.
I mean,
We're gonna
I-
screw you. So we're gonna eventually around the draft, we're gonna go and get a second round, third round, whatever. We're
Don't
gonna
be
go and do
disrespectful.
it.
They got
But we
2
gon-
second-round draft picks because they made that trade this week. So
Yeah.
they can get him 2 second-round picks.
Okay.
And some are speculating that's
It's gonna
why they
happen
did it,
around
to
it. It's
get
gonna
them
happen
2
right
picks.
before the draft because those picks got to come into play so you can draft.
If it,
So they happen around the draft.
and if it don't, it's because Green Bay just being petty.
Yeah, they screw him.
And they want to wait all the way
Yeah.
to training camp just to
Yeah.
screw him up and
Right.
screw the Jets and all of that.
Right, June,
Which-
June
which
1st.
Petty-
They
they're
going
gonna
back
Petty
at
is
him.
good.
That's personal. They ain't got nothing
Yeah.
to do with the Jets.
That's-
Jets in the middle.
If Petty
They
was a person,
screwing
Right,
Rodgers
they tell them, go
because
back
you
in
done
the cage.
screwed us the
Go
last
back in
couple
the
years.
cage.
So this now you on our turn.
Sit in the cage.
We'll
nigga.
do it when we want.
He should have went to my Raiders, but that's neither here nor there though.
Oh, please.
Y'all got Jimmy.
I think the question.
Jimmy,
gotta-
baby.
the
Could have
question-
kept Carr.
I think the question you got to ask in that situation is who has the leverage.
Green
It's
Bay.
clear, it's clear Aaron Rodgers wants out, and he already said where he wants
The
to go.
Jets got the leverage.
No,
And
Green
so,
Bay got
but
the
that's
leverage.
question, but even
Green
though,
Bay got the
even
leverage.
though you may
No,
think
they
the
don't.
Jets
Yes,
have
they
the
do.
leverage,
No.
but Green Bay owns the contract.
He's still on the contract, bro. They got the leverage.
So now it's a battle who got leverage.
So, but the Jets could get
got
pumped that.
leverage.
The Jets could pump their second round pickup and let him play. But Aaron Rodgers can't go back to Green Bay at all.
They don't want him,
At all. Right.
which
So-
means Green Bay got the leverage because
So
we
who has
have
the leverage?
because we have to trade you, sir.
No, right.
Other than that, you
they
still
got
on
the
the
leverage
contract.
with him,
They
but not
don't
with
have
the
to trade him.
Jets.
right?
Oh,
They
no,
don't
they
have the
don't
leverage
have-
over
no,
the
no,
Jets.
not with the Jets. I'm talking about with him
Right,
because
right.
he's their property.
Right.
That's
So-
what I'm saying. So
Because
so,
the Jets could pop their second round, they second pick in the draft up and make him go out there and play a little better.
so they're in a stalemate over
Yeah.
who holds the leverage. Green Bay say they want this, and we say, hey,
The
gotta
Jets got the leverage because Jets said, I ain't gonna give it to you. I'll just make my second round, my second pick in the draft.
Can't go
Right.
back in the locker room.
He can't go back in that locker room.
But Green Bay, they stuck. He can't go back there
Can't go back.
So you feel like so why is Green Bay holding out? The Jets got
because Green Bay is stupid.
Okay, let's do the petty game. Let's do the petty game then. If you're not gonna trade me
They're
and I'm
petty.
still on the roster, guess what? When y'all do OTAs, I'm showing up and I'm the number 1 quarterback. I'm finna throw route. I'm finna throw the
you
routes.
ain't got
to
to
the-
put him on the field.
I'm still on the roster.
The organization still owns you.
I'm still on the roster.
The organization still owns you. You
Y'all-
cannot
y'all-
come in the building if they don't want you to.
I'm finna make it real murky to where y'all gonna trade me.
How? What can he do except go?
I'm walking on the field. I'm walking on the field.
Yeah, he can't even come in the building.
I'm gonna sit in the middle of the field. I'm doing it all. Let's be petty. Let's be petty.
I don't want to hear that.
A friend of
I'm
mine,
walking on- I'm still on the
he was with
contract.
the Knicks. He used to do stuff like piss on the team bus to force them to trade him. That's what he did. So you can do ignorant stuff.
Who you
You talking about Rod
You want-
Strickland?
Yeah, you want to be petty, we can be petty.
You talking about the Paul's
Okay, but I-
finest?
but that's some personal stuff. A friend of mine. So Rod, if you out there, you see this, man. I just, I got caught.
Apologies,
I got caught up in the
Rod.
moment.
You one of my favorite
It was a
PGs.
scotch.
Apologize.
Rob, what up, bro?
So, hey, since you talked about NBA, let's go ahead and move over to some NBA. Let's
You gonna talk about my boy coming back? Because I want to talk about my
No,
Will here.
we're not.
Okay.
I ain't trying to hear that. But we still kind of in my kind of town, so we're gonna talk about the Bulls. Since the All-Star break, they 9-5.
My boy made a big difference.
They
West Side's
9-5.
own.
And that's the
Marshall's
dumbest thing he ever
finest.
did.
They
Patrick
9-5.
Bailey, baby.
They 6-4 in their last.
Yeah, he made it.
10
He averaging
games.
like 2 points.
They in the play-in. They number 10 in the East, so they still in the
What
play.
you got against Patrick
No, I'm just saying, ain't he averaging like 2?
from the West Side?
I'm gonna tell you something.
Hey,
Ben,
do you know-
we gotta let Vuk go. Vuk
Do you
is
notice
not
every
what we
time he
need.
shoot, he wide open?
Vuk is not what we need.
You ever notice that?
But he's a better shooter now than he was.
We gotta
I know the
we gotta
hell
let
he
Vuk
ain't.
go.
I know the hell he ain't.
Yes, he is.
He a better shooter now
The
than
Bulls
Marshall.
gotta let Vuk go.
But he ain't
Vuk,
It's
you gotta
not
trade
about his
Vuk.
shooting, Kev.
Well, you
No.
can't
Start
trade
trying to
him
focus on
unless
that.
you do a sign.
Y'all had
trade.
Westbrook.
Was it free agent?
Yeah, we did.
2 years.
And we had him too.
So,
We
Yeah,
had
he
him
got
too.
it.
That's why I know.
Good. Vuk
why I
gotta
know.
go. We gotta pick up a good center.
a good center.
We gotta pick up somebody. Vuk, the scheme, Vuk's don't look good, man. I like Vuk as a player, but he don't
But
fit
he
the,
finna walk
he
because
don't
you
fit
didn't
the
resign
system.
him. He's a free agent. Slide. What
He's
about
a
that?
liability.
Why you didn't
They
resign him?
winning since the All-Star break, man. They 9-5.
They're not gonna resign Vuk. We need to tweak the team. We
We're
need
not
to get
talking
rid of
about. They winning though.
They are because of Pat Beverly.
You 9-5 for what?
No, my guy. Well, my guy, Pat Beverly, the one you hate, the
No,
one
no.
he can't
I
stand,
can't stand him.
and the one Damani despises.
No, no.
I can't stand him.
Don't put that on
What,
me.
what,
That's
what,
this
Pat,
man over
what
here.
did Pat Beverly do to you?
Bro, I don't know
He was
what's
some
about.
kind of way. He was a Laker.
Stole his
God
girl.
knows why.
Stole
But
his
he,
girl.
he was a Laker, and I don't know why he was a Laker. So the same thing he did with the Lakers, he's now doing
No,
with the
that'd be my
Bulls.
man to go to
But
state.
because
That's
y'all
me,
in
yeah.
purgatory, you'll think what he's doing now is so great because it's been so long for y'all. So I get it. I
What
get
do you
it.
mean it's been so
I
long? The
get it.
Bulls was in the playoffs last year.
Bro, you
They
was in
were
the playoffs.
playoff
You was in the
team
playoffs last year for the first time. Hold on, man. Hold on, bro.
Audience getting unruly.
Can we get security?
Security. We need more security.
That is true.
We need more security.
Hey, so talking about the NBA, man, we saw all this with Ja and everything. I got a question of the day for
Can you
y'all.
please bring him up? Because I don't
No.
stay him or his daddy.
No.
Please talk
I
about
got a
him.
question of the day. Right now, out of all the players, who will be the next face of the league? LeBron is slowly moving out.
That's tough to
who's gonna
say,
be the
man.
Tatum.
You got Jason Tatum.
Never. Too quiet.
Zion Williams. You
He
got
know
Luka.
he too
You
fast.
got
Luka
Joe.
won't.
You got the Joker. You got Booker.
Joker.
There's some players
Joker
out there.
never.
So
Booker.
who is going
It's
to
not
be?
one.
Who's going to take? And then
And Steph
you
is
got to
getting up
throw
there.
Ja in there, even though he had some
Ja,
miscues.
no.
It'll be a minute
no.
for Ja.
And
Who's gonna be the
kid
face
that-
now?
What's the kid?
It's not
that
gonna be
Golden
one.
State, the guy that went to Michigan, Jordan Poole.
No, Jordan Poole
The
gets stolen
face of
on,
the
so he
league?
can't be the face of the
That
league.
ain't got nothing to do with
Well,
it.
You can't
no,
still on a guy
no.
and never still on him back and be
You
the
know,
face of the league.
I mean,
knocked
Golden
out.
State got a
He was
lot.
knocked out.
Come on, man.
Go-
Come on, man.
Golden
You
State
ain't
got a
Golden
lot.
State.
Golden State got a lot going on. People sleeping with their best friends, wives.
we
It's
get
a lot
it.
going on.
You off track. You off track.
So-
You're off track.
You off track.
Left,
Stay on,
I'm not.
stay on beat.
I'm
Lefty,
on
bring
track.
us back in.
Stay on beat.
Bring us back in. Who's gonna be the face
Let
of the
me-
league?
There's
Let
not
me-
going to be one.
That's hard.
Has to be the
That's
face of the
hard to
league,
say.
man.
Hold on.
It
Go
always
ahead, who you
is,
think?
but that's
Hold on,
hard.
guys.
That's
Let me-
kind of hard to
let's
say,
bring it
man.
in. Let's bring it in.
Because I don't think they're gonna let
Let's
international
stick
dude
with
do
the
that.
question. My answer is the face of the league is somewhere in high school right now. The next
Yeah,
face
I
of the league.
agree. I agree.
So here's
agree.
here's the issue.
Never.
Right now, the best players in the league are international players, and the NBA does not want international players to be the face of the league.
I agree.
No,
I
it
agree.
is because Giannis.
They'll never let
Giannis.
Luka will
Jokic,
never be the
and
face of the
Embiid
league ever.
are with they not, you don't see endorsement deals lined up for them. They will never be the face of the league. Luka.
Giannis got commercials right
Wait.
now.
Hold on.
Giannis
Luka.
got commercials
Wait,
right now.
Luka. The NBA's worst nightmare is for an international player to come in and take over. They don't want it.
You're so wrong.
They don't.
I
want
agree
it.
with him. I agree with
They
him.
don't want
I
it.
agree.
You're wrong too.
Well, so
They're not gonna let him be the face of the league. I
here's
agree
my
with that.
proof. Here's my
They're
proof.
not gonna let him.
This kid Winnerbun, the kid coming out, right?
He's trash.
When have you seen less hype for a top player ever coming out?
That's because he's playing in another country.
Well,
Damn.
they talking about Brandon Miller. They talking about Brandon Miller more than they talking about Victor.
They talk about him constantly.
No,
But Brandon Miller, which one with the gun or just him balling?
no.
Him balling.
Oh,
no,
okay.
no.
He
On
could
a-
never come in the league and be a top face.
Think about this.
Not with that pistol.
Think about this. When Zion was
Yeah,
coming
he
out,
done.
the hype behind Zion,
Because he was right here playing.
right? Because he was
Zion had
an
a shot.
American-born player.
Zion had a shot.
The NBA
It's over
would
now, though.
never let an international player
The
be the
problem,
face of the
but
league.
I agree. I disagree.
They would never
I
let
disagree, Damani. I
When does an
disagree.
international player ever be the face
Hold
of the
on,
league?
it's not. I agree with you to a certain extent. Well, hey, look, Victor's trash. He won't be. The problem is they'll never let a foreign player be. But not only that, even if you take all those guys, let's take all the foreign players, all the regular NBA players now. Jason Tatum is too quiet. I would like for Tatum to be. Can they handle the same pressure, Mike, LeBron, or even Kobe before the Colorado incident? Can they handle that same pressure of being the face of the league?
You got to bring up the Colorado incident, huh?
Steph can't even handle that pressure.
Are you kidding me?
He couldn't. He can't. What's Steph, 40 now? Because I forgot how old he is.
Come
but
on, man.
he can't even
35 yet.
He couldn't even handle that pressure. He could not be the face of the league. LeBron still got to be face of the league until somebody take it over. He won't be. It won't be.
They wanted to be Zion, but he can't stay healthy.
When Zion came in the league, he had a shot to do it.
Who has the charisma to be the face of the league? Mike, LeBron, Kobe. Who else? Who right now?
Right now,
because Giannis is too
quiet. You see Steph all over.
But he in the commercials with the guy that was looking at porn, so that's why they got him. What's the Subway commercial? Yeah, Subway dude.
He in jail. Jared.
Yeah, he should be. But
locked up.
So they needed somebody to do those commercials. That's why they put him and Barkley in together. But who has the charisma now to be the face of the league?
It got to be one.
Now y'all done ran LeBron out of the league.
If LeBron,
so he's finna go.
If LeBron
so who
step
left?
off, if LeBron step off,
go ahead, D.Y.
Oh, go ahead, D.Y.
This is similar to when Mike retired. Everybody said who's going to be the next Mike and or it's going to be a committee of players until that next player comes in. I don't even know if he's in high school right now.
Well, LeBron came in when Mike retired in 2000, so 3 years later.
No,
I agree.
I totally disagree.
Well, LeBron wasn't the face of the league immediately.
Yes, he was.
No, he wasn't.
He came out of high school the face of the
He
league.
wasn't the face of the damn league. Hell out of here.
What everybody forgets is Shaq was the face of the NBA after Mike.
What?
It was Shaq. Everything was based around Shaq.
You need to stop the
Shaq
money.
was the Hollywood guy. Shaq was the wait. When Shaq went to the Lakers, right? It was all about Shaq winning his first ring. Shaq was on the rap, all the rap stuff,
It was
the
Kobe.
movies.
It was
no,
Kobe.
it wasn't. Kobe was never the face of the NBA.
He was.
Yes,
Kobe
he was.
has never been the face
Yes,
of the
he
NBA.
was. Yes, he was.
never been the
Yes,
face
he
of the NBA.
was. Yes, he was.
He has
Yes, he
never
was.
been the face of the NBA.
Yes, he has. Kobe wasn't the face of the league for as long as LeBron was. I'll give you my fault. I'll give you that.
What year was that?
But he was the face of the league. When the Lakers went back 9 and 10, he was the face of the league.
Mike
Clearly
retired in 99.
was the best player in the
Mike
damn
retired in
league.
2000.
The hell over that.
Whenever.
We don't count Washington. We don't count Washington.
Right.
So you telling me all the commercials, all the endorsements, everything wasn't going to
Kobe.
Shaq after Mike?
It doesn't matter. Kobe had the same thing. Kobe had the same thing.
That man made him the most popular, but that did not make him the face of the league.
That's what makes you the face.
Bro,
No, it ain't.
LeBron will tell you, LeBron, Melo, and Wade will tell you Kobe was the face of the
Kobe
league.
was probably the best
Kobe
player.
was the dude.
He was.
Okay.
Kobe was probably the best player.
Now I'm talking about, hold on.
Who won MVPs in the first three?
I'm not
three
saying
for the Lakers.
You mixing it
If
up.
Kobe was the face of the damn league.
You mixing it up, bro. I'm not saying Shaq wasn't the man when he was with the Lakers. I'm not saying he wasn't the
This
dude.
not in the box.
What I'm
We
saying
past
was,
that now.
what I'm saying is,
No, I'm just saying.
Right.
no. He's tripping on Shaq being the face of the Lakers. I'll give him that. When Shaq was there, he was the dude. Kobe they wouldn't have won without Kobe, right? But when Shaq left, Kobe became the face of the league, not just when the Lakers won 9 and 10, Kobe was the dude in the league. Facts. The dude. Now, he wasn't the face of the league as long as LeBron has been. I'll give you that.
LeBron's the face of the league when he came out of high school.
Here's the thing. Back to the initial question that Ben started out with, we just went left.
Yeah.
There will always be a young cat coming into the league that's going to be the face of the league. It's going to be based
He in
on
training.
his performance.
He's in training.
Whoever it is, it might be Victor next year when he comes from overseas. And I think you dead wrong saying that the NBA does not want to see somebody from overseas come do this. That is so wrong. It's a global game.
I'm right.
They're not gonna do it here.
History says that because there was no internet back then. Now you can watch your cell phone. You can watch anything everybody doing. They can watch you in the shower in the morning if that's what you choose.
Whoa.
Whoa!
You want to
See that? See what I got for you? See what I did for you?
Whoa.
Wow.
Pause.
But
I think everybody can pause on this and we ain't.
my point is,
My stomach hurt.
my point is, it's a
But in the
okay. He might be that ain't why I brought that up. But I'm just saying, you have to take into context now what it is. The NBA has a marketing machine behind it. They got promo, advertising, even if the kid ain't marketable. Because Mike is a rookie, wasn't he? Still sounded like he was in Carolina. You know, he didn't sound eloquent.
He wasn't polished. He wasn't polished. They polished him up.
So whoever this
The movie gonna
17-year-old
let us
is
know.
right now,
Right.
he'll get there, and it'll be based on his performance. He start tearing the league up, and the league is looking at him, and they put their machine behind him, the PR machine. They're gonna teach him how to talk, walk, get in the commercials, and then even if he ain't great,
The machine
behind
he
the
talking
camera,
about
like
is Phil
everybody's
Knight.
not, you can also, just have him not say a whole lot. He can just smile.
But
You
Keith,
can
watch.
just say like Mike said, it's the shoe.
But Keith, watch
That's all he
this.
said, it's
Watch
the
this.
shoe.
I agree with Damani on this. If it was really going to be Giannis, it was really going to be Crybaby Luka. If it was really going to be one of those guys,
Giannis got a lot of commercials already,
he does because he's a champion, MVP.
and he's likable.
So he's likable.
He's
So
likable.
that's going to come with it. But as far as face of the league, they're not going to do that, dog. That's why he's not going to. They're not gonna do that, dog. Let me tell you this. Let me hold on. Let me tell you why they're not gonna do it. Let me tell y'all why they're not gonna do it. They're not gonna do it. They're not gonna do it because why do you think it's always America going over playing in the Olympics? We got to be the best baseball team. We got to be the best basketball team. We got to that. So this is competition. They'll never then bring a foreign guy over here and let him be the face of one of our leagues because it's competition.
It's already
Think about
happening,
it.
Kev.
Think about it.
Think about it. Look at hold
on. Think about it.
He's already
He's great. He might be the best player in the league. But what I'm saying is he will never be the face of the league because it's competition.
He's won a championship.
That's why we're going over playing. Hold on.
He is.
That's why we're going over playing in the Olympics, bro, because we're trying to prove we're the best country. So they will never make him the face of our league. They'll never do that.
You saying
now
that,
he'll
but
get an
you're dead
MVP.
wrong.
Hold on, y'all.
Giannis could be considered one of the faces right now. Right now.
I agree.
Yep.
Now, I'm going to say he was the face of the NBA.
Because he was in that
was
Chinese
marketable.
market, and they was trying to pull
He
in.
was marketable.
They was pulling in
No
his
doubt.
market.
And they bring it in Japan.
Let her finish.
No doubt.
Oh, no.
She was already done.
They're marketing. Yeah.
They're already doing it with Giannis.
No doubt. No doubt. No doubt on the market.
Okay, all right.
Giannis may be foreign, but he's black. So pretty much marketing him is really not difficult because he does fall into what the NBA often sells, which is black. So technically, them putting Giannis out there isn't all that hard for them. But notice, he still hasn't taken over. And if they were going to market him, that would have already happened after he won.
Exactly.
That's true. That's true.
No, exactly.
Would have already
It would have
happened.
already happened.
So that furthers my point. They'll never make a foreign
Wait a minute, hold on,
dude
man, hold on.
the face
I
of
gotta
the
get this
NBA. I'm not saying he's not marketable.
I gotta get this
All right.
Hold on, I got to get this out. I get it. We look at Giannis. We should have colored his skin and that and other. But as soon as Giannis opened his mouth, you know he's not American. As soon as he opened his mouth, right? So just like Maya said, but just like Maya said, if like the fact that we're questioning who's the face of the league or who's the next one, if Giannis should already be that, if that was an American-born player with his same resume, they will already be the face of the league. The league does not want Giannis to be the face of the league,
Or
or
me.
Luka,
Or
or
me.
Embiid, or none of them. They don't.
He would have
already
been.
He's not the face
No,
of the league.
you can
So
say
why
he's
are
the
we
best
sitting
player.
there
He's not the
asking
face of the league.
Over LeBron?
You can say he's the best player in the
So
league, but he's
hold
not
on.
the face
LeBron's
of the
still
league.
the-
There is a
the league.
difference.
This right here is an argument that we gonna carry on in the cigar shop
I
later
agree.
on.
And that's what he
next
said.
week
It'll be a
and
group of
you know,
people that are. Yeah.
Let me make one last point, and this could be a topic for a future show. You gotta consider the criteria for a face of the league.
I agree.
Anybody who ever been a face, what has their criteria been? Charisma, personality.
Yep, that's what I said in the beginning.
Typically playing in a big market. Typically. dominance in the league,
Being able to speak English.
MVP, all of those things make you the face of the league.
Being able to understand what you say when you talk. How about that?
Well,
LeBron didn't have none for the
of
first
all-
7 years in Cleveland. He was a face.
First of all, you missed out on one. The most important is playing at that high ass level.
No.
But
No.
Why do y'all think baseball? Why do you think baseball is struggling right now? Because the top players are foreign.
No, that
The
ain't
top guys are. They are the top players are foreign.
Mike Trout is not for.
Mike Trout is
How
still
old is dirt?
No, he's
He one of the
not.
top players.
Mike Trout.
He one of the top players. I agree with you. The guy that's going to get a $500 $500 million contract.
The boy in New York is the best. He's the best.
What's his name? His teammate.
You don't even know his damn name. Number one, so don't.
He about to get a
sit there and
$500
say,
million
But I can't think his name.
And he can't be the face of
Aaron
Major
Judge-
League Baseball.
Aaron Judge and Mike Trout still the best two hitters in baseball.
The best player in baseball is Shohei Ohtani. Yes, sir. That's the best player.
Overall,
And what is he? And what is he?
Japanese.
Yep.
He about to get he about to get a $500 million contract.
political there,
Facts.
DY.
oh, wait
He about to
a
get
minute.
it.
Y'all finna turn
And the
whole-
Dodgers gonna give it to him.
I'm glad you brought that up because I wanted to go on like a little 30-second rant. Can I? Because I know y'all about to kick me out of here soon. Can we curse? Can we say?
No,
We can't curse.
Okay, I'll just say. Can I say this? Can I say, F Japan?
What?
F Japan. F Japan. F them. F Japan. The whole country.
The
whole
views
country.
displayed
And the reason I say
on
that,
Sports on Chicago. Humidor.
They over there celebrating
Right.
in Japan
Right.
like they done won the World Baseball Association, which they
The
did.
views
But they did it to the Americans
Mr. Keith
without their best
is not
pitchers.
supported by
Verlander wasn't there, Cease
Humidor
wasn't there,
Sports and Cigars.
Kershaw wasn't there. The best
We have a
pitchers
special
were
guest
not
today.
there.
This is his
And they over
comments.
there acting
And we
like they
had
did
the best hitters. As that's Ohtani. I didn't like the way Trout faced Ohtani. First of
Well,
all,
man, he's
because they
throwing 100 miles
teammates.
an hour.
Because they
He's throwing 100
teammates.
miles an hour.
I mean,
He's
that-
throwing the slider
I didn't like
and
that.
breaking-
Trout could have did a lot
breaking out
better.
the plate.
Well,
but anyway, F Japan.
You
and the
can-
whole country.
You can say all of that, but when it came to the
I'll tell you.
when it came to the World
I'll tell
Baseball
you.
Classic, that was more exciting than the entire
It was. But
MLB season.
You're only playing 7 games.
But we didn't have
I'm
all
just
that.
saying,
But they're gonna keep that though. That's a moneymaker. They're gonna keep that. That's a moneymaker. They're gonna keep
must
that.
see TV. That was must see
We didn't have the
TV.
best players.
It was, but it was a 2-week stretch where you played every other day.
They're gonna
So,
keep that though.
that's
That's a moneymaker. They're gonna keep that.
They're going to
Now, I think they should move it to like the middle of the year, sort of like hockey do. Remember, hockey
you take 2 weeks off in the middle of the season.
because the risk you take, is getting someone hurt that's making millions of dollars for their team,
And
like
that's
the
why
dude
they not
that
sending their
played for Houston. He out 2 months.
We had Rodon.
and that's why our best pitchers are not there. That's why our best pitchers
Can't
are
move
not
it?
there.
No, because it's too big of a risk. Because
It's a 2-week stretch, right?
well, no, it's 2 weeks stretch. The problem is that because it's broken out around the world.
Yeah.
The thing is that you'll pull players
From their
You'll play
teams.
in that, but your record still counts in the regular season.
Right.
So you
But it count now, and you and dude from Houston missing 2 months. He a huge player on it. He missing the first 2 months of the damn season.
But you ain't got to it. WC is over with now. The season
I'm just saying, but he one of their top players is what I'm
Can we
saying.
get back to F Japan?
No.
It's a country.
You already got that off, dog.
It's a. And I'm gonna tell you why. Maya, right? Maya, I'm gonna tell you why. It's a country full of child labor where they paying
Child labor
13-year-old kids $3 a day
That's
to make
not
your
true.
cell phone. To make your cell phone.
That's not true.
Yes, it is. Yes,
That's not.
it is.
Actually, that's in
There's no
Taiwan.
child labor there.
It's not
There's
in
no child labor
Japan.
there.
So
They got
now,
it there too. They
now
got
we
it there
going
too in
way
the
off the
song. They got
market
it there
because
too.
Keith got personal issues
Everything in Japan is
with
not-
his bank account.
So I got. I'm gonna bring it back. I'm gonna bring it back. Maya, you don't think they can move that similar to how the NBA is talking about doing some type of all-star dumb tournament, dumb shit during the season? You don't think how hockey takes 2 weeks off and do their thing? You don't think Major League Baseball, because the season's too long anyway, you don't think they could do a 2-week stretch where you play for your country, same WBC, same thing, 2-week stretch, let's say the middle of the season somewhere, and you do the same tournament. You're grabbing players in the middle of the season playing for their country, true, but hockey does it all the time. The NBA is talking about doing some type of tournament
Land the plane,
during the middle
Kevin.
of the season.
Land the plane. Come on.
I'm just saying you can move that because you risk people getting injured at the beginning of the year that's messing up the teams they got to go to. You do it in the middle of the year.
MLB is struggling, Kev. They can't just do
So
that.
that means you can do it. Why
They
wouldn't
just
you
can't
do
that?
Can she respond? Hold on.
Let her respond.
Actually have to break for 2 weeks to make it fair.
Okay.
So teams wouldn't suffer.
Hockey do it.
I mean,
I'm just saying.
You just said
I'm just saying, but you're gonna still watch it. We're gonna still watch it, correct?
When the last time you watched the damn hockey game?
No, I'm saying if they doing it in Major League
Never.
Baseball, I don't give a damn about hockey. Number one. But what
You
I'm saying
will.
is, I'm
This
saying
cat-
Major League Baseball, we're still gonna watch it. The only thing that will get messed up is the All-Star game.
You wear lavender.
That's the only thing that'll get thrown off. But if you do that like the beginning of the year, you can't do it at the end of the year. I just don't like it at the beginning of the year because you can lose players. Houston just lost one of their top damn players for the first 2 months. No, not him. That's the Mets dude. No. That's the Mets dude. That's the Mets dude. I'm talking about the Houston dude.
An injury is an injury. So it can still happen within 2 weeks. It doesn't matter.
Agreed.
That's the risk you're going to take if you decide to be in the WBC. That's just what it is. The risk is going to be there. Ruiz hurt himself because he was joking.
Yeah, that was just stupid.
That was his fault. Altuve's a little different. He's out for 2 weeks. Houston will be okay.
No, he's out for 2 months.
2 months. If Victor Berger, Altuve is going to be okay not being in the lineup. And it's the beginning of the season.
They'll survive.
I hate Abreu just to say that.
They'll
I don't like
survive.
Abreu now, so
Yeah, but here's I think we losing focus on is we're coming at this argument like the leagues drive who's the face, right? Corporate America drives who's the face of the league. So American-based companies
That's why my
are
guys
not
are
going to
billionaires.
make a foreign guy the face of their franchise.
They're not gonna do it.
The movie's about to drop in 2 weeks with Michael Jordan.
oh my God.
Right? You find an American-born player, and the corporate structure is going to get behind that guy, and everybody, and that's what's going to push him, and the NBA is going to follow suit. The NBA doesn't set the standard. Corporate America sets the standard, and the NBA follows.
And they're not gonna let no foreign player be.
So that's why
I agree.
Giannis. So
They're not gonna do it. Because
Wait. That's why.
Not the face of the NBA because of how much endorsement.
Well, because he too laid back. He too laid
Steph
back.
is more face of the league than Giannis. Steph is more the face of the league than Giannis.
Steph.
But do you agree that Giannis should have been the face of the league if they were going to do it? When he won back-to-back MVPs and a championship, he should have been the face of the
Giannis
league.
has put up
No,
Wilt Chamberlain
they haven't
numbers.
done it for a reason.
Oh, wait a minute now. You mean hold on. I ain't saying nothing, but he shouldn't have been the face because you forget his first 5 years he was disappeared. So you can't say he should have been the face.
What I'm saying is he's back-to-back
So stop.
MVPs
That
plus
was
a
later on his career, though.
championship. But
That was later on his career.
What I'm saying, he should have been an MVP
But
for
he don't
that.
say he should have been the face like
I said
LeBron.
should have
Like
been
LeBron over
the
LeBron.
Stop
So
LeBron, man. Stop trying to throw
Stop.
LeBron in.
Because
What I
he
said
he should
is
have been the face. Like
he should have
you
been the
moved him out of the way.
face. You didn't hear what I said, bro. I said he should have been the face of the league after he was back-to-back MVPs plus a
Why?
championship.
What made him
If
should have
he
been
was
the face
gonna be-
then? What made him should have been the face then, Kevin? Over LeBron.
If he
Because
was
LeBron's
gonna,
the face, right?
well, I would like to say what I was trying to say, dog, before you rudely interrupted me.
Because he is
What
long with
I said was, if he was gonna be the face of the league, he should have been by now because he got back-to-back MVPs plus a championship. If he was gonna be the face, he would have been the face then. So what I'm saying is he should have been then. If he's not now, then he won't be. That's my point.
They're not gonna give it to him because of the flop jag off. Still got his flag.
All right. Now we're not finna take this left on that LeBron stuff. We're not gonna do that.
There we go.
No.
Here we go.
It's gonna come down in American sports, and that's one of the reasons hockey can never get over in America because there are no American-born players that have ever took over like that.
Well, what
I
about
don't know, where's
Kane?
Wayne
What
Gretzky?
about Kane?
Where's Gretzky born?
Patrick Kane
was
was
that
the
dude.
first.
Patrick Kane was big in Chicago.
Now I will tell y'all,
Not in the world.
they got to.
So you don't say about Kane.
Hey,
Patrick
I don't.
Kane.
I will say I don't give a damn about
That
hockey,
same
but they got a
drunk
dude they pushing right
the
now.
same drunk
That's
dude
supposed to be
that
that
kicked out the
dude.
cat.
Who he play for?
The limo dude, Patrick Kane.
Damn, whoever he is right
Patrick
now,
Kane has
they
never
pushing
been
him to be
face
the
of
dude.
Damn NHL.
Kane was the man for a minute.
Patrick Kane has never been the face of the NHL.
Not the NHL, but he was the man for a minute. man for a minute. But what's the dude they pushing right now that's supposed to be that dude?
You ain't never watched the hockey game.
What I know is this.
What you ain't gonna do is disrespect Patrick Kane.
What I know is this. Patrick Kane was big in Chicago.
Maya,
No, wait.
Maya, think about it. It's a dude right now that they pushing that dude.
No,
like right now. I don't know if he got his David.
Everybody trying to talk at the same time, man. We got to break it down.
Whatever the hell his name is.
Tell him to
the run the Blackhawks went on. How many they win in?
They went back to back for the three,
right?
They never went back to back.
I mean,
No,
they
they
won
never went
every other year.
Right, every year they won, right? You had Tage, you had Kane, all this stuff. We talking who?
Duncan Keith.
That's just because
I'm not saying me.
I think you kind of took it. No, it doesn't matter. No. What I'm saying on a nationwide level,
The Blackhawks is original six, bro.
wait, hold on. Y'all keep cutting me off. On a nationwide level, the Blackhawks wouldn't love like that. They would love the Chicago.
Huh?
They weren't.
They the original six, bro. What are you talking about?
Hey, I disagree.
Jamani,
I disagree with that.
All right. Come on, Mike.
I go to Arizona.
The Blackhawks are loved across the country.
I disagree
You
with
don't
that.
know
Blackhawks
that
original
because you don't
six.
go across
I
the
disagree with
country
that.
and talk to nobody that talk about hockey.
I disagree with that.
All right, hold on.
I do.
Hold on. Come on.
The Blackhawks got their mass appeal when they started doing the Winter Classics. They were featured more than any other NHL team.
They started it.
I actually watch hockey, and Patrick
I
Kane
do
was
too.
talked about so heavily because one, he was so young and he was American born. So no, from a nationwide standpoint, the Blackhawks were that team.
And even before that run, the run with Kane's Taves,
Forget about the
they were
90s.
probably with Ronick. You don't even know that.
Talking about the 90s Blackhawks.
I'm gonna tell y'all this. I'm not a hockey dude, but I go to Arizona a lot, and there are a lot of Blackhawks jerseys in Phoenix, Arizona. I'm just trying to tell you.
All that sounds good.
I'm going to agree with you to a certain extent. The reason being it's been on decline. It's the only sport that doesn't have a national broadcast contract.
Exactly.
Agreed.
That's one thing.
I do agree with that.
Well, right. To the
You ain't
playoffs.
going to watch it. You ain't going to see it.
Well, they on ESPN.
And wait, the other thing of it
They
is
on TNT too.
like this is how you base. You all basing it as fans off of the sport and this, that, and other. Look at these commercials. You ain't seeing Kane, Taze, and cats like that.
Follow
I'm just saying,
the
even then.
money.
Wait. hold on.
Follow the money.
It's not the
wait,
NBA.
wait.
It's not the NBA or
Wait.
NFL either.
Oh my God, y'all keep going. So I'm telling you, no,
It's not the NBA or NFL,
I don't have
bro.
to watch hockey to know that when you look at these commercials and every other commercial that's on, a face that comes in, those are the faces of the league. Those are the ones the corporate structures get behind. The corporate structures will always get behind. Hockey is not. Hockey is Canadian. It's never been an American sport. And Russian.
But it's not the
It has
NBA or
never been
NFL,
pushed in
bro.
our
They'll never be. Hell, they ain't even Major
But
League
I'm
Baseball.
saying
They'll never. They
but I'm
four.
saying
They
it's
four
never,
at best.
It's never been pushed. It's never been pushed in American culture.
They four at best.
Like soccer. Like soccer.
I ain't from Richton Park.
It ain't been pushed in Richton Park or 63rd and Halsted.
But they'll
or wherever
never
you
be.
from.
Hey, man, be respectful, bro.
I'm not being disrespectful.
Hey,
I'm
Would y'all agree? It ain't the NFL, NBA, or MLB.
We know that. It's
So they
sport.
four.
For everybody
at
that's out
best.
there watching, this is Humidor Sports and Cigars, man. I'm telling you, this is how we get down. So, man, make sure y'all follow us. We're gonna be doing more live spots like this, man. So follow us, man. We out here at Eduardo Lemon's. My man, Big House, got plates of ribs and all kind of stuff back there, man. People eating. This is how we do it. Go ahead, Keith, with your last statement.
No, make it his last statement, please.
You know what? Did you buy your 2 cigars? While you was
Hey, this is
here?
how we do it in the cigar lounges, baby.
You buy your
So if
two
y'all want to
smokes.
kick it with us, man, make sure y'all come follow us, man.
Okay. Are we still live?
Yeah, go ahead, man.
What was our point? Because he done threw me off. Oh, angry black man.
God, please.
Angry.
This is how we do it in the
hockey.
cigar lounges, man.
But even before the Caves, Keith, there was Ronick, Chelios.
Oh,
The Blackhawks have always been a popular team. They've always led hockey, even when they weren't winning and they were just good across the country because people like that Indian They like that Indian, and it's all about marketing. They love that Indian on the front of that jersey. So they always been a popular team. But hockey as a sport overall, it just never reached that like with football, because you can't gamble on it. Let's be honest, Ronnie, degenerate gambler number one. You can't put no bet on it.
Damn.
They can't see him. They can't see him.
Oh, live TV.
They can't see him.
Call a manager. Degenerate gambler.
Ronnie's here. He's not the only Ronnie here.
He is the only Ronnie here, though.
Okay, but they don't know which Ronnie I'm talking about. Geez, you're not insulted. Give me a break. You probably on your phone right now with FanDuel. Don't worry about that.
So let me ask you, who's the most famous American athlete ever?
It would be Muhammad Ali.
It's Michael Jordan.
All sports?
Over Muhammad Ali?
Hold on. Are we talking all sports?
No way.
All
no
sports?
way.
Michael Jordan.
It would be Muhammad Ali.
It's Michael Jordan.
Michael Jordan.
How do y'all face? Mike could be.
It gotta be Mike.
We way off.
It gotta be
So
Mike.
is Ali.
Now, if you bring in Ali when you're talking iconic and
No.
Ali, like,
yeah,
bruh.
It's Michael Jordan.
It's Michael Jordan, bro.
Honestly,
it's Michael Jordan,
It's
bro.
Michael Jordan.
It just is what it
internationally and all
is.
of that, it is what it is.
Now, if you talking if you talking iconic from now you
Ali?
bring in your Ali's and
That's
your,
tough.
I'm gonna tell you why.
but it's Jordan,
Please
bro.
do.
You could be in,
Hold on, let
It's Mike, bro.
you could be in France, or you could be in Italy, and you could be in Japan. I was in Singapore. Everybody loved me. People were actually wearing bull stuff. Everywhere I traveled,
It's
in the
Michael
world,
Jordan.
It was all about Michael Jordan.
Michael.
You said Chicago, they said
Michael Jordan.
He is the most international.
He ain't from here.
He from Chicago.
Come on,
No,
man.
but it for me. So look, it goes back into when you start talking about like driving forces, right? So many corporations got behind Michael Jordan, which
Yeah, they
pushed his
did.
fame to a whole nother level.
And McDonald's was one of them.
Gatorade, like Chevy.
When McDonald's get behind
everybody
you,
got
you big time.
He gave
got
Chevy
behind
the
it.
pip.
What I'm saying is,
He gave that the pip.
when we go back to the original
Y'all don't
thing,
remember that though.
international players, you don't have these corporations getting behind the Giannis's, Luka, what's due from Denver?
Joker,
Wait, no,
the Joker.
no, Jokic.
Ain't nobody getting behind Crybaby
Jokic,
Luka.
that's what I'm saying. People are not getting behind them. And if you want to look for the corporate structure, right? You got Jordan, LeBron, when the corporate got behind them. I'm saying when corporations, because media controls everything, whether we realize it or not. Media controls the narrative, and they decide who's going to be the most famous person ever. Michael Jackson had Coca-Cola, all these. He was pushed.
It was
out
Pepsi.
there. Oh, I'm sorry, my bad. Pepsi, all that is pushed. These American corporations that really drive the media are not going to get behind foreign players. That's why Giannis and none of these cats will ever be faces of the league. That's why hockey has never had no top-notch cat like that. It'll never happen. It'll never happen.
And Embiid ain't in the small market, and I love him.
It'll never happen. When Giannis can get rid of that accent, maybe he'll get it. But right now, it ain't
Come
going
on,
to happen.
man. That's his
I
accent.
just ain't gonna
I'm
get
just saying
that.
it's not going to happen.
You gonna tell the man to
They
get
are
rid of his
not-
own
they are-
accent?
I'm telling you, corporations are not going to get behind them and push them like that. It won't happen.
Hey, this has been Humidor Sports, man, and Cigars, man. We out here at Eduardo Lemon's. Keith sat in with us, man. Everybody give it up for my man Keith here.
Thank you. Before I go,
My crowd out here. Thank y'all for coming out, man. House cooking the food. I want to give it up to my production team over here. They rock the house. Man, give it up for them as well. Come on. Give it up for them, man. Hey, man. We have fun doing this, bringing this to y'all, man, every week, man. Sometimes it's a grind for us when we get up here and do these things, getting notes together and
Facts.
things that we're going to talk about for the week, man. But we love the cigar community. We love y'all, man. So keep watching us, following us, and check us out where our next stop will be, because it's coming. It's coming. You just won't know where we're going to pop up next. This is our home base. We love it here. So we're going to show some love here. So, man, thank y'all for coming out, man. And when I end the show, I always say, where there's smoke,
There's
a
a fella.
There you go, man. Hey, Maya, take us on out of here.